Today in London, tensions continue to increase between the metahumans called X's and normals. Communities fear the X's powers, citing multiple violent incidents and an underlying fear that the X's will take over society. Retribution and reprisals are on the rise, and violent clashes occur with growing frequency. This is Gene X, a Happy Jacks RPG podcast actual play in Cortex Crime.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
And welcome. This is Gene X, our modern supers game in Cortex Prime. Mm-hmm. I am Jib. I am your GM. We got some players. We'll start over here this time.
Sweet. Hi, I'm Abrea. I'm playing Faiza Benyamina, the group's metal bender.
I'm Jim, and I'm playing Sir Edison Cornwall, our Master of Gravity.
And I'm Kimmy. I am playing Colleen O'Connor, and I am our empath.
And none of us are wearing costumes.
And we're missing a Sparky.
We are missing a Sparky.
Sparky.
No.
He ate a bad whelk.
Yes. He is not feeling well today.
Oh, buddy.
Very sad.
But we will soldier on anyway.
Yes.
So this is episode 9.
Oh my god.
9.
We're getting too close to the end.
We're so deep in this, yeah, I know.
And some stuff happened last time.
Yes.
And Abrea has provided us with a wonderful recap.
Sweet. All right, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Previously on Gene X.
Exterior, foggy back alley day. Camera circles around our 4 heroes, Avenger shot, as they watch the fog descend around them. In the fog, we hear a growl and a ghostly moan. They leap in different directions into the fray. Exterior rooftop day. Faiza launches up out of the fog and onto the roof, where Morgan, a wiry older man with graying hair, stands wearing an arrogant sneer.
I have no interest in killing you, but I will.
Morgan ensnares her with his power. Tracking shot follows Faiza as she is flung from the roof. She disappears into the fog. Visual effects shot through the HUD of Simon's helmet as the infrared sensor picks up the falling form of Faiza, as well as 2 additional enemies near Colleen and Edison. Note, Banshee appears as a cold blue figure on the HUD. Simon hesitates.
Something's at the end of the alley!
Simon activates his suit's skates and takes off in the direction of Faiza, catching her. Edison is blindsided by the towering furry mass that is Direwolf. He goes down hard on the pavement as Direwolf's momentum causes them to tumble towards an open garage and out of sight. Sound effects of echoey snarls and impacts. Medium close-up on Colleen looking terrified, standing alone in the fog. Her eyes flick to the side just as she's rushed by Banshee, who sinks their fingers into the side of her head. Visual effects show Colleen's powers at work, but to no effect. Faiza stands by Simon amidst the large amount of broken concrete with rebar jutting out of it. She uses her powers to send a ton of it, as well as Simon, flying back up to the roof towards Morgan. Warner follows Simon up to the rooftop, shows Morgan being knocked by the rubble through the skylight into the building, and follows over his shoulder as Simon jumps through the skylight and 3-point lands on Morgan, pinning him down.
Call off your people now.
Back in the alley, close-up of Colleen and Banshee locked together in battle, their faces close. Banshee screams, but Colleen doesn't flinch. Visual effects of Colleen's powers begin to change. The edges of the frame go blurry and darken. Mm-hmm. Additional sound effects of the low-pressure noise herald the strengthening of her power. Colleen yells back into Banshee's face with the strain of her powers. Sound effects of an EMP. Banshee looks momentarily stunned. Suddenly, Direwolf appears and tackles Banshee out of frame. Simon, Faiza, and Colleen stand together, looking around for any sign of Edison. Camera pans to Sean, who now appears to be in dire need of medical attention. Cut to interior Range Rover day. Simon drives as Colleen cradles Sean's head in the back seat. Faiza's hands hover over his torso as she concentrates. Colleen shouts directions to Simon. Cut to interior Axe Shelter Safe House day. Colleen leads Simon and Faiza out from the makeshift triage, I can't read today, room to an open area full of teens and kids. Simon moves towards a bank of PCs, but is stopped by Colleen.
I don't want you interfacing with the network here, because you're a police officer still. There's people here whose lives depend on it not being found by you and your friends.
I don't plan on turning anyone over here. I just need to get a picture up on the screen. There are a lot of people here who are Xers and they may have seen.
You don't get to ask them to rat on people who might be their friends. I don't want to put these kids in more danger. They've had enough hardship.
In the background of Simon and Colleen's heavy discussion, we see a series of events unfold. Fiza sends a text as she walks away from the pair. She eats a bowl of soup as a crowd of odd teens gather around her. She starts handing out money and business cards. Several teens start showing off their powers to her as Fiza cheers them on. Lance appears with a box of cell phones, and Fiza hands them out. Cutting back to the foreground.
If there are any kids over 18, they're old enough to make their own decisions.
Then you need to go.
Go where?
Anywhere else but here.
Cut to interior Lance's house, day. Montage of Simon searching for Edison, calling his phone, leaving voicemails for Ophelia, calling the lab, striking people and locations off a list, posting in deep web forums, etc. Cut to interior modern elevator. Lance and Fiza stand intimately close. Fiza smirks. You're going to make me jealous in a second.
Jealous wasn't really what I had in mind.
The elevator doors open to reveal a lavishly appointed penthouse apartment. Rather than exploring around, Fiza immediately strides towards the bedroom, leaving a trail of clothes in her wake. Camera follows the pair to just outside the bedroom door. Sound effects of movement and the rustle of clothing and bedding. Then a pause when a cell phone rings. What? Cut to interior exterior ex-shelter safe house, evening. Camera moves down the hallway to the front door, lingering on a photo of 5 adults surrounded by kids and teens. Colleen and Sean are prominently featured, and 2 of the others are Leo and Emily. The fifth adult we see when the camera pushes out the door and over Colleen's shoulder as she faces off once again with Leo, Emily, and the 5th Act's founder, Anders. Emily takes off around the building. Anders slams the pavement, sending a shockwave across the ground that stops Colleen from intercepting Emily. Colleen uses her powers, and the visual effects are again more intense. Leo and Anders suddenly grab their heads in agony. Their noses and ears bleed. Leo drops to the ground unconscious. Anders staggers off, damaging buildings in his wake. As Colleen runs back through the house to find the kids and Emily, her earpiece squawks with the group chatter. Get back to Axe! Why did you leave Colleen? Go back! She's fighting.
What's going on? Fighting who?
I don't know. The youths were not specific. Simon picks up his burner phone and calls Detective Sergeant Chalmers before heading out of the door and suit skating back towards London. Back at Axe, Emily holds a teen hostage with a knife. As she throws the knife at Colleen, her aim is compromised by a burst of Colleen's power. The knife slows to a halt in midair. Camera pans back to show Fiza in the doorway. A flick of her wrist sends the knife back towards Emily, who flees. Sound effects of sirens in the background.
Son of a bitch. We've got to get Sean out of here. We've got to go.
Cut to interior dive bar, night. Simon, Fiza, and Lance approach a table where Colleen sits. Several shots of whiskey before her.
Sorry. If I'd known what was going to happen, I never would have left.
Fiza crosses to Simon and pushes him hard. Stop leaving. You know that despite the mean things people say sometimes, not me, because I am always very pleasant, that you have to think about what they actually mean. She didn't want you to leave. It's always worse when you do. It's always worse when you leave. So just stay, okay? Colleen and Simon hold hands as Colleen attempts to find Edison with her powers. Brief flashes of Edison thrashing, yelling, tormented.
I'm trying to find Edison. I can't tell where he is, but he seems like he's upset on his own. He's in a lot of pain.
Let's check the lab.
Interior, exterior, university lab, night. Colleen, Simon, and Fiza sneak into the lab. Colleen halts them as she reaches out with her powers. Sound effects of murmuring voices that sound panicked and fearful. She looks back at the pair with a dawning sense of dread. Fade to black.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right.
No!
Nope.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So, before we actually start, I wanted to go over a couple of administrative things because, we just started with this game and it's still being written, and so it's kind of an evolving thing a little bit.
Yep.
And I've discovered there are some things that we could probably do better.
Okay.
Cool.
We're not going to intrinsically change anything. We're just going to change some methodology a little bit.
Cool.
Okay? So, if you have a power that targets one person, okay, I'm going to use Colleen as my example because her mental power is designed to attack one person.
Right.
Okay? If you want to use it to attack multiple people, you can absolutely do that. for each person you add, you step down your power die.
Oh, okay.
One die type.
Okay.
So it's normally a 10, I believe.
Yes. Does that apply to my emotion button power that's made for crowds and groups, though?
That is an area of effect thing.
Okay, got it.
So it has an area of effect which we've never really specified what it is, but I'm going to go with like 20 feet diameter.
That makes sense.
If you wanted to make it bigger than that,
Then
like you wanted to do a whole, like building full of people
Right.
or something like that, then we would step down your power die a little bit. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, if you wanted to extend its range, if we say, you can reach that far and you wanted to like reach across town with it or something like that, same thing.
Cool.
So that's that part. Also, if you want to use an attack power like your mental burst or something like that as a defense, you can absolutely do that. Roll as normal with the power. The thing is, you cannot create a complication or a consequence
Got it.
on the person who's attacking you if you're using a power for defense.
That makes sense.
Okay, I like that.
Okay?
Cool.
So a little bit about complications and consequences, because there are... Cortex Prime is a toolkit for assembling a game, and I made the choice that we would not use a stress track for our game because I didn't want that kind of game. So everybody has on your character sheet 3 complications. So complications can arise a number of different ways. If you have a contest with someone and they're attacking you and they beat you, you can get a complication that way. Complications can come up if you get a 1 on a die. Not that ever happens in our game, but
It would never.
if that happens, instead of buying that die for the Doom pool, I can put a complication out.
Okay.
Complications on you that are specifically on you will only arise if someone is doing something to you.
Got it.
Otherwise, the complication will be on the scene.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. Scene complications disappear at the end of the scene.
Makes sense.
Complications on you disappear at the end of the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you can have, because you have 3 complication slots, if you have all 3 complication slots filled, and you cannot, and you need to take another complication, and you cannot, then you would take what's called a consequence. And a consequence is far more significant than a complication. A consequence represents an actual wound of some kind. And that's usually going to correspond with one or more of your attribute dice being stepped down until that consequence is taken care of.
Got it.
Okay?
I like it.
All right. So in a change, you might notice that I no longer have any dice in front of me except for the Doom pool.
Right.
Okay? All of the dice that I roll will come from the Doom pool.
Don't worry, Kimmy will give you so many
I will
dice.
do all
That's
the
fine.
dice.
I will buy dice from you, as we have talked about in the past, and I will make my pool from the Doom pool. Now, if I can spend dice from the Doom pool to do things, but also if I get a 1 on one of my dice, that is an opportunity for you. And what you can do with that is you can, if you have a complication, you can step that complication down a die type off the bat.
Nice.
Okay. Also, if I roll a 1 on a dice, it goes back into the bank and I lose it from the Doom pool.
Okay, that's cute.
So I'm not just going to pick up the whole Doom pool and throw it, because that would be, I'm going to be throwing dice back,
Yeah.
and I'm only going to use 2 of them, 3 of them anyway. So
Sweet.
okay. So non-named NPCs do not have attributes anymore, or distinctions or anything like that. It just simplifies matters. I explain complications and opportunities, and we're done. That's our administrative stuff.
Cool.
Okay. And the reason that this came up was that some questions were asked about how I put the game together.
Okay.
So I wanted to explain some things because I realized I hadn't been very clear about how some things worked in the game, and I like the idea of getting rid of just having the Doom pool for our purposes. So
It feels sweet.
Yeah.
okay,
Cool.
So And I found my action cards. So.
Yay! Thank you.
And how many plot points did everybody have?
Literally have none.
I have one left because I used all of them fighting those guys.
But you did
I
such a
wasn't here
good job.
the last time, so
There you go.
just down.
I didn't die. That was my entire goal, and I successfully didn't die.
You successfully did not die.
Yeah.
So you were in the lab.
Yes.
Well, most of you were in the lab.
Yeah. We turn around and go, where's Simon?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, we keep losing our goddamn.
We'll figure out what's up with Simon in a bit.
Okay.
And really awkward time to not be here, Mike.
Aww, he feels so bad. Come on.
I'm teasing.
Literally.
I'm teasing.
Although
Feel
his
better.
character was the one who was like insistent we go to the freaking
We go to the lab.
So good.
I know, right? Okay. So, but you guys are at the lab, and you were hearing panicked voices coming from within the lab itself because you guys had entered the building and were in the hallway, and were hearing some
Michael? Oh, no,
panicked
it's pointed
voices.
sideways, pointed up.
It was also off.
Oh, okay.
Womp womp. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and this is going to be entertaining, particularly because Edison's not here.
All right. Sparky. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
no.
no. Edison's not here.
Yeah.
Not in the room either.
It's a
Okay.
girl party
That's
right
what I was
now.
thinking, yeah.
You'll
so-
understand why this is particularly interesting because Edison's not here in a minute.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Wondering. So I just reached out with my to feel for other people, and I felt like the panic, like scared, like fear, right?
Yeah, fear, panic.
Yeah. There's something really wrong here. These people are really afraid.
Why are there people? Oh, okay. There's something going on. Sure.
Yes. It's that kind of day, I suppose.
Yeah, honestly. Well, whatever. Let's go. Hopefully, Edison. Do you feel Edison in there?
Did I feel Edison in there?
No.
No, I didn't. No, not that. I don't think he's here.
So should we leave then? I mean, this seems like a nerd problem.
Maybe we should call the police and run. I don't know.
Huh? The police. What a weird thing to call. Yeah, sure. I mean, we could go in. I'm curious. This is kind of my lab too. And she walks past and kicks in the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. There are about a half a dozen or so figures in black paramilitary with the Kevlar and the webbing, and they've got automatic weapons and whatnot. And about four of them their guns are trained on you guys because you just barreled in the door. They didn't open fire though.
Yeah, that's cool. Damn
And then, but that's probably not really what's terrifying giving you the feelings of terror that you were
Weird.
getting.
Okay.
Because there are three, nerd types. Yeah.
Nerds.
And they are looking on with abject panic at the object in the middle of the room, which is a large
Oh no.
glass-sided box with a digital
flesh
readout
covered shit?
and a kind of sickening pink, purple, gray, fleshy blob in the middle of it.
God damn it.
And the real problem, though, is the person standing in front of it who is keying something into the control panel.
Really? This is Edison's fault.
And just as you walk in the door, the light on it goes from green, flashes amber, and turns red. And there's a and a.
I hate Edison just officially. And she gets a battle pose.
I said we should go.
I know. I just don't want to buy another lab.
Why not? You buy everything else.
Yeah, but some of that discretionary budget can be for vacations.
That's fair, I suppose. But I don't think this group has feelings, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do about this.
I mean, let's just kill it. Like those guys are going to do? Are the guys going to shoot the thing or us?
Oh no! Having opened it, they're now doing.
they opened it,
They're now doing the duck walk, the tactical duck walk out the door at the other side.
Those motherfuckers. All right. Well, first things first, I would like to pull them towards the blob they opened. This is your fault.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
We don't have any moral compasses with us at this moment?
None. No more compasses. Everyone's gonna die. All right. I need more
You'd be
list
shaking
of
if you're
stuff.
counting on me for moral compass.
Yeah, we got good Edison coming back soon. I'm excited. And by good, I mean my favorite. Beep,
Dark
bop, boop.
murdering Edison.
Yup. All right.
Sparky's gonna come
Alabancy.
back and have to arrest us all.
Plus, I mean, probably. My relationship with Colleen, which is the only good one in the game. Power, because it's a power move that I even
'Cause.
walked in this room.
Just cause.
Yep. I'm gonna use my too much to lose distinction because I don't want to buy another one of these. Nerd rooms are expensive. No one tells you that when you buy the first one. It just stacks up on you. All right. Oh, I lied. I had 4 plot points, but it's fine. Oh, cool. Did I just roll to trash? Nope, that's a 7. 7 and a 9. It's a 16. Yeah, that's a 1. Oh, I have a 1 if you want to buy it. I'm sorry.
A D10.
Yeah. Oh, you have a D10. You're welcome.
I have a 1 as well, because I only got a 7.
Nice.
So, but you don't have any conditions, I don't think.
No, I think I'm okay right now. I think I still forever just have ow my hip because it was broken, and that's the thing. Yeah.
I think we can step that. We can get rid
Thanks.
of that now.
Cool.
You feel that.
I'm taking so much drugs for it, so yeah. All right.
Okay. So, and you got a what?
I got a 16,
16.
with a D8 effect.
Okay. So you are able to pull them towards you, and you get a D8 hero die as well.
Yay. I don't remember what the D8 looks like. There we go. Sweet. And I just drag them towards the mess that they're making. Like, no, 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 no. Stay. Stay.
You get to deal with that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to change their action when it's their turn, but who's going to go next?
How about my only ally? Sup, girl?
Hey.
What are we doing?
That's a great question. When I reached out and I sensed before, did I sense the blobbing having any emotions?
There is no real consciousness to
That's
the blob
kind of what I
as
figured.
such. It's a blob,
Yeah.
and its only drives are to grow and consume.
Cool.
Same.
Awesome.
Also, apparently in superhero games, I like blobs.
Yeah.
Go figure.
That's the
They're
thing.
good. They're just a little horrible.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Cool. Cool. Are there any of the scientists still around in the room or anything like that?
I'm going to go with no. That they
We'll run away.
although the only ways out are through the paramilitary guys and through you, so there's not real. So they're probably actually still in the room. They're just like they've made tracks for the farthest wall they can get to.
Got it. I'm going to reach out with my emotion bomb then and try and make them like feel trust and bravery.
Ooh.
Like so that they might help us figure out a way to contain this blob, like with their knowledge of the lab and how it was being contained before. Like maybe they'll run up to a comic booky looking control panel and start hitting buttons.
Sure.
I don't know, but I just feel like I just took a potion of heroism.
Yes, exactly. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Colleen casts big dick energy on the nerd in the
There
room.
you go. Do
Okay.
the thing. And I'm going to use Pfiza and emotion
What
bomb.
was the die type that I bought from you?
You bought a D10.
Okay, thank
You
you.
bought a good boy.
Oh,
Nice.
you did well.
Look at these. Look at these.
19.
There's no what?
The D10 effect. This was an 8. Sorry. Or, yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was not that. So 19 with the D10 effect.
Okay.
Stop pulling them off the board early in case you have to buy more. Sorry.
You get a D10 hero die
Okay.
because you were way over me because I only had an 11.
Okay, sorry.
So the nerdlings are going to feel
Face me.
more, are going to feel brave and competent and.
So I'm going to shout to them too to like give them direction. Is that okay? That's not like an extra action or something.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. See if you can find a way to contain it.
Okay.
Or except I'm Irish. Sorry. See if you can find a way to contain it.
Hey,
There you go.
nice.
Sorry.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Excellent. Excellent. So the bad guys are going to go now.
Okay.
Cool.
And they're going to shoot at what to them is the biggest threat in the room.
Yeah.
That would be you.
Ah, cool. Oh no, I hope those bullets aren't made of fucking metal.
Oh no.
I'm sure they weren't thinking I was going to show up. This will be fine.
I don't know.
And
History
except
has
that-
pretty much.
Except that they've dealt with you before, so they might have just, generically armed their guys with non-metal components.
I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure it's fun.
Remember to duck.
So your stakes are 13.
Okay, cool.
How are you going to defend?
Let's see. No. I feel like I want to keep bashy things in front of me. So I think she's going to upturn one of the lab tables that are always they have metal in them because they have to hold chemical. I don't know nerd things. And she's just going to flip it in front of her. So it's just her and Colleen, and she she pushes Colleen behind her. So it's just a table and then two ladies. Just stay here for a second.
Okay.
And they're done.
Okay. Put some dice down. Cool.
All right. Relationship with Colleen, Allomancy. I'm not going to do for power. I'm going to do for... no, I'm going to do for power. That was a mistake. It's always for power. Where's my other? There it is. And... I want to step down my too many variables distinction to a D4 so I can have a plot point, please. Thank you. And I think that's it. Cool. I don't know what the hell that... Oh, that's a 10. 17. Oh, you want to buy another D1? Or a D10?
I hate that. That is awesome. 10. Yeah, you're good.
Sweet.
Your D10s are very one-y, though.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
It's weird.
Just tonight, though.
Yeah, it's gross.
Sorry, I haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So you were able to block their fire.
Nice.
That happens. Cool. So they've gone.
Does she have a sense of if they were shooting metal bullets at her or not? Oh, wait.
Her sense, because she has general awareness of metal going on around her. No.
Oh, balls. They're not shooting metal bullets. These are friends from before times.
Son of a bitch. That means this is probably a trap.
Do their outfits look like the bad boys that attacked her in the office? Or
they do
her disgruntled former security detail?
No, they look similar to the guy who attacked her in the office.
Okay, cool. Motherfucker. It's more DivX nonsense. Can you just explode their brains or whatever?
That's not going to help us with the goop. Right now, I'm hoping that they'll start, in a moment, once it starts eating them, that they'll start fighting back against it, too.
Not fair enough. Well, if the goop doesn't need it, can you explode their brains?
I could try. I don't think it's actually a brain exploding, but I don't know.
According to the Steves, you exploded their brains and saved all the Steves.
Well, I did save all the Steves, yes, I did. But I don't know exactly what it was that happened in their heads. Wait. Where's Sparky? I'm figuring by now I would have fucking noticed.
You noticed, yes. You have noticed that Simon is not here.
He was given specific instructions to not leave.
Yes.
Right. That's why I think Colleen's going to assume that they got him, like they grabbed him or something. So she's, I don't know. Because it doesn't seem...
He didn't give any indication that he was going to leave.
Right, and it was his idea that we...
And has he ever left without saying something first, without talking first?
Something smart-assy.
No. Yeah, so that's all contributing to her.
Son of a bit.
This was a trap. They must have got him.
These weak-ass boys keep getting nabbed. God damn it.
Though, there is suddenly a blinding light from the other side of the table.
Which I can't see by yet.
And your stakes are an 11.
To what? Do we both have to roll to not be like, oh, my eyes?
Well, we'll figure out the effect when we decide how, whether you were able to defend against it or not.
Cool. My defense is that I turned to talk to Colleen and I wasn't looking in the direction of the flash when it happened.
Because we're sitting here having a full-on
Yeah,
conversation.
just a full fucking fight.
Comic
Like the
booky.
girls we are.
Yeah.
All right. Beep, bop, boop. So, relationship with Colleen and just the fact that I'm turned.
Turnt.
2 turns.
Okay.
Cool. Just roll some dice. Let's see how we do. Not great. I rolled something very low. I rolled exactly an 11 with no effect die.
Okay. So you functionally have a tie with a lower effect die. So
Can I help since you turned around to talk to me? Or is it too late to help?
no, not this time.
Okay.
So
Thought about that
some of this blast of light hits the table that you've flipped up and are holding up as a shield, and it drives you back against the wall.
Ooh.
Rude table?
Damn it.
Okay, so that
Cool.
happened. That's the round.
All right.
Nice. Can I flavor it that, like, the leg side of the table was facing us?
Absolutely.
And it pinned us very close together.
Okay.
And there's just a gratuitous lady shot.
Yeah.
For the TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
She's just like, hey, girl.
Hey.
Sorry. Shouldn't have turned around.
It's fine. It's all right.
Cool.
So I think our big bad's going to go. No, our bad guys are going to go again,
Okay.
and they're going to try to shoot around the table. Actually, no, they have something else that's on their mind right now. Because I'm actually going to swap cards around a little bit.
Oh, snap.
Because there's a big blob
This
coming
now.
out of the out of the
Yeah.
box.
Hey, Blob. How you doing, buddy?
That they were dragged up close to.
Yeah.
So and they were dragged up close to it. So it's like out of the box at them.
That is such a great blob noise.
Yeah.
So they are going to shoot at the blob.
Like one does.
Good luck with that. It's blobular.
And we have the shot of them opening fire on the blob, and the blob not noticing what they're doing.
Shit, that's amazing.
Good.
The blob
This is
just
very
kind of
good.
like meh.
The Blob abides. Cool.
The blob abides. So flunkies went, and I think Blob is going to respond. Actually, I think I'm going to do this different. Do that differently. Instead of making Blob an actor in the scene, Blob is a complication.
That's a great
that.
idea.
That's
yeah.
a
Blob is a
good.
complication on the scene.
Well, damn it. I wanted him to be an actor. It'd be like, can you make it love us or something?
No, the blob has no agency.
Yeah. No
It's just a blob.
consciousness.
And he's a D8 Blob.
Noise.
all right.
Which is a complication on the scene that I can use against you guys.
Cool. We can't use it?
Nope.
Oh, what if you roll a 1?
Then you get a die.
Then you get a dice. Damn.
Well, actually, yeah, you get an opportunity.
Cool.
So you can step this complication down.
Oh,
at that point.
It up. Make it
Okay.
scarier. Guess it. Actually,
So that's bad guys. And I think we'll have Colleen go next.
Go, Colleen.
all right.
Who suddenly finds herself pinned under a table against a wall, nose to nose with Fiza.
Hi. She's gonna, just for shits and giggles, because she doesn't know much else to do at this point. Since I'm still wearing my comm, I'm gonna like try and shout into the comm. Edison, I don't know where you are, but we need you bad. We're at the lab. Sparky's been taken, and we're in big trouble here. Edison, and then just I know there's nothing there, but
There's just the hiss of background radiation.
yeah, I have no idea where he is, but I don't know.
Good plan. We reach out to the weak ass dudes that keep getting taken during fights.
Well, if you have a better idea of what I can do right now, I'm open for suggestions.
Well, I'm gonna try attacking the people trying to kill us.
Good.
But you keep talking.
I'll make them feel. Oh wait, they're already afraid, and the blob has no emotions. That's a good plan. How about I throw stuff at them? Oh, there's a table.
I
Wait.
love this snark fight group. It's very close.
It's very close.
This is my favorite thing in the whole world.
It's like half of the audience is right now going, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her,
Yeah.
kiss her, kiss her.
So I'm actually picturing Big Trouble in Little China. Says, You know, I really can't concentrate when you're rubbing up against me.
I mean, Faiza's fine with this situation. What's up, girl?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to try and make the guy. I can say that and still take an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to try and make the gun guys feel like the blob is their biggest.
Sure. Worry
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Like fear, so make them fear that more than they are worried about us at the moment.
That's pretty totes legit, though.
It is. I mean,
Get
that's
it.
why it's like, it's sort of true. So here you go.
Dude, look at you rocking it.
Get it. Look at these
Good
dice.
today.
They're
So
learning.
14 with a D10 effect.
Yas.
Okay. They have a 14 with a D4 effect, and you have an opportunity die.
Yay!
Ooh.
I don't remember what that happened.
You can
It
bring
stops
down the
down.
You
blob
can step
condition.
down the blob condition.
Oh, I will do
Yeah.
that. Maybe they turn and attack it and do some damage to it.
Yeah.
You throw grenades at it or something.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you get the blob down, if you step it down 2 more times, you remove it as a condition, and then you figure out what happened to it.
Right.
Cool.
Well, I'm just trying to say, like, why did it get less powerful all of a sudden? Like, maybe my thing worked. Like, they
Yeah.
turned around and attacked it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that narratively that makes absolute sense to me.
I like it.
That makes sense to me. Cool. So who's next?
Never mind.
Ooh. That was a good look.
Yeah, that was a good...
See how it works. We'll see.
Right.
Sorry. My mic came up.
You're good.
I'm going to pick the big bad next.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Because I think the big bad is somewhat frustrated by the fact that there's a table blocking their path, trying to, attack all of you.
Womp womp.
Okay. So the table, there's another blast of light,
God damn it.
and what are you gonna do? You're sitting. You have a 14. Actually, you have a 16 stakes. Right.
Yeah. Fuck it. I want to try to push back against it. Like, she feels it, like, push in again, and she, like, reactively, like, I don't know, like, her elbows fly back, but she's pushing with her power
Sure.
to, like, hit whatever keeps fucking
Right.
knocking the stable into her.
I'm with you.
All right, so let's go. Power. Relationship with Colleen, because honestly, I don't want to be this close to her anymore. I'm feeling things. It's distracting. Almancy.
She's soft and she smells good. What you gonna do?
She smells like country apple.
No, I feel like she smells like whiskey.
Yeah.
Like good
That's
whiskey.
good too, man.
Yeah. Sweet.
Like that
Go this far.
pub smell, like the good, like homey
I
smell.
don't know what. That's a 6. That's a. Do you want to buy another one?
Another
I
D10?
can't even buy my way. Yeah. I can't
yeah,
buy my
that's
way out of
horrible,
this.
man.
Shit. I just do not do the thing.
I'm
What'd you
very
get?
distracting.
Yeah, it's a
Hey.
10.
Okay.
Sometimes you get the bear.
Womp.
So I think that's going to cause the stress between the light forcing on it and
Yeah.
cause the table to basically shear apart
Ooh,
and go
okay.
flying off in different directions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Cool. And so now that the table's gone, you can actually see, and on the other side of the room, past the paramilitary guys, there is a young girl, like 13, 14 years old. She has long blonde hair, well dressed. Her eyes are, she doesn't have like irises or
Yeah.
pupils. She has blazingly incandescent, like electric blue eyes.
Dope. Okay. Cool.
I'm good, thank you.
I'd like a Diet Coke.
Cool. Fucking
And-
Xer.
I think that all of you saw the news report of the attack on the children of Lord Sperling.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Oh.
So this is his daughter.
Yeah.
And I want to stop right there. I want to thank our own Captain Black because he is the one who created the character
nice.
after she appeared in the Gene X one shot.
Sweet.
That I did. Yep.
Yep. Awesome.
Cool. I'm going to kill your character.
I've had so many people saying that they demand that other group be played concurrently alongside.
Oh my
yourself.
god, right? I would pay money for that. Kimmy, just use all your free time to play games for me, please. Thank you.
Entertain me till the end of
Entertain
time.
me. That's good.
Actually, I have ideas for another Gene X spin-off.
As long as you don't love them more than us, then I'm fine with that.
Although I will say that it would be called Gene X Red Skies
Ooh.
Moscow.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
So
That is in my wheelhouse.
Duh.
All right.
I can only Russian accent if I'm talking about math.
The
So,
mathematician.
what is
character.
Faiza going to do in this moment?
A child that I feel nothing for. I'm going to attack the child.
Okay.
Oh, there's no Simon. I'll attack the child. Cool. I'm going to make that stop.
Yeah, there's no moral
And,
compass. So you're okay.
Yeah, in a room full of, I'm guessing, lab equipment.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try to hit her with some of it and just pull
Fling something metal at her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, oh man, there was metal equipment, or there was like lab equipment on the table that I like pulled towards me, and I reached down and pick up like some tweezy, jabby thing, and I'm gonna send it at the little girl.
Cool.
Yeah. I guess we should not be whatever. I'm fine with this.
Murdering
Sorry.
teenage girls is fun.
I mean, whatever. She's what, 13? I'm threatened by her, so I don't really care about this. I'm gonna use my calling die too, because I don't want her to get hit with whatever this is. Yeah. You roll good? You did not. Oh my god. Yeah,
You
that's
are
a 9. And just a bunch
twos.
of 2s. And a 1 if you want to buy a D8.
Dude, you guys are so like flippant.
Yeah. Hey, give me my dice back.
It's my wig.
Yeah.
It's the amazing hair.
So what'd you get?
So I'm at an 11.
Okay. I have a 15.
Yeah, I can't even get better than that, so it does not work well.
Okay. She dodges, out of the way, perfect superhero landing, sticks
Yeah,
it.
of course. At least it distracted her a little bit.
All that gymnastics training is
Yeah.
paying off.
All right.
That's right. So that's the round.
Damn it.
All right.
Who's going to go next?
Let's let Colleen go. She seems to have an idea.
I do have an idea. She complicates it a little bit, but
That's right.
I am going to see if I can emotion bomb. How many of these people are left? 6 of them. I'm going to
However,
see.
because they are normals,
Yes.
they're just extras. You don't need to step down your power die if you're going to emotion bomb them because it's an area of effect thing.
Got it. They're already fighting the thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to focus on this girl then.
Okay.
I work with teens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
13.
Oh, I can't do that to her then. Never mind. That's gross. I don't want to do that.
Give her a crush on one of the dudes.
No, I was going to make them fall in love with me.
Oh.
And then it's like a 13-year-old girl. I'm like, nah, that's
That's a
gross.
little
Colleen
squidgy.
wouldn't do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do. I was kind of expecting
Well,
it to be
it
like...
doesn't have to be romantic love.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Like a
Just
maternal...
cast mentor on
Yeah.
her.
Why don't you just amplify insecurity? She's a 13-year-old girl.
Oh.
No, because teens, like, when they're insecure, act out weirdly.
Yeah,
That's true. That is
they
true.
get worse.
Like, I want her to, like, want to be my friend.
You guys are far more of an expert on this than I am.
I'm going to use... Liza and... Emotion Bomb. And can I use
Lance?
Axe?
What's wrong with me?
Can I use my experience with Axe Assist with working all those kids?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So I'm going to, talk to her like I talk to the kids at the shelter. Be like, what's her name? I would know her name from the newsreels, right? Or newsreels. Newsreels.
The newsreel.
from the internet or Twitter. I don't know, whatever.
Live.
All the soldiers, sailors, and ships at sea.
Right.
I love that we went to London, but it was like London, 1938.
Yeah.
London, the Blitz.
I have no problem with the fact that you remember that her name is Allison Sperling.
All right. Allison, you don't know me, but I know what it's like. I know where you've been. And the people who are getting you to hurt other people, they aren't thinking of what's best for you. I work with a lot of kids your age, and I can take you and you can meet them and find out what it's like to really have friends that are like you.
That's solid.
Oh, I didn't roll. Well, no.
No, that's a 15. That's not bad.
7. So 15 with a D10 effect.
I have a 20
Oh, good.
with
Golly.
a D10 effect. I also have a 1 that you
You
can
can have a 21.
Yeah, I'll spend up a 21. So yeah, 21 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
Nice.
Sure. That's going to cause her to pause.
As one does.
So we'll deal with that when the time comes.
I just want to make it clear, like, I'm not lying. Like,
Right.
yeah, and just, like, tell people who think I'm just manipulating her, like, I am manipulating her emotions, but I'm also, like, 100% willing to, like, help her and introduce her to the other kids.
It's a
and, like,
sincere manipulation.
yeah. This is the truth, and I'm going to
Yeah.
make you really believe it.
Exactly.
Respect.
Okay. There's also a 1 here if you want to step down a
You want to
condition.
bring our blob
Yes,
down?
do the bit down with the blob.
Down with a blob.
Down with Blob.
Sweet.
See, we don't even have to fight the
Can
blob.
we
Jim's doing
explain
it for
it
us.
as I missed hitting her, but I hit the blob?
Oh, there you go.
I have no problem with that.
That's a good explanation.
That works.
I got something. It's just like it like squidged out and like took the metal implement instead of the girl. Continue.
That's fair.
And I'm going to kind of give Faiza, like, a look. Like, let's see if this works.
Okay.
I don't know
Sure.
if she'll listen.
Okay.
Just here.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to go next?
I'm going to let Allison go next.
Okay. So the pause that Allison's going to take because of this is that she's not going to blast you guys with, photonic energy this time.
Okay, thanks.
It's like, you don't know me.
You're right. I don't know you, but I know lots of kids like you, and I know what it's like to be a young girl with powers. And I know what it's like to have your family and people dislike you. And I know how powerful it is to find someone who you think finally understands you, but they're just using you, Allison.
My father is campaigning against me.
I know, and I fight your father in legal ways. I know all about your dad.
Okay. We'll let that sit right there for a minute.
Nice.
Cool. Dig it. So, I want Faiza go next.
Didn't I already go this round?
No,
Oh, is it a new? I'm confused.
it's a new round.
My bad.
Because I just went first.
Okay, cool. I think Faiza is actually like kind of moved by the progress that Colleen's making and turns her attention towards the dudes with guns instead.
Okay.
But she's gonna turn and go, Lance. And I want him to go in and like, I don't know, speedy run in, like push one into another dude. Are there guns made of metal?
No.
Motherfucker! Just nothing's made of metal in this room. Okay, so Lance is gonna run to the side as like a little distraction, and I'm gonna slam a table into the rest of them.
Okay.
That's what we're shooting for, and I'm gonna use my hero die. I have to pay a thing to use it, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. That's fine.
Just comes in, magic knocks
all
the
the
dance
fucking
up,
dice I can
distracts
get.
everyone.
Yeah, right? He just pulls his abs out.
Just crushes everybody with his
Again.
ass.
It's very good. And too many variables. Big pile of dice. I bet you're all gonna roll good this time. That's a 7. Oh, there we go. That's a 16.
It's an 8.
That's a 3.
Oh, 3.
Okay, it looks like we're
That's
looking at
already-
a 16 with a D10 effect thus far.
I also have a 16 with the D10 effect.
All right, well then I'm gonna go ahead and pay one more.
Okay.
Step this bad boy up, and let's go plus 3. So 19 with a D10.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess plus 5 then.
They already
21 with a D8.
have taken a complication, which I didn't write down, but they did. So they would have to take a consequence now because
Okay.
they're being extras. They only get one. So they're going to be taken out
Nice.
All right.
of this fight. And there's also a 1 here for you
Cool.
if you want to step down the blob.
Yeah, let's hit that fucking blob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So what did that look like?
Can I just, like, for flavor, say I grab 2 tables? And
Sure.
push them both? So she, like, slides farther towards the blob and everything bad, but it's because she's feeling extra sassy, and pushes 2 tables, and one
Okay.
hits the blob and the other hits the bad boys.
Okay. I think the table hits the blob and, like, for whatever reason, it recoils enough back into the
I have a
box.
great idea.
And Lance, because he's super speedy, smack, whap, and locks it back in the box.
Awesome! And then she just gives a look at Lance like, oh shit. This is what good fights working together look like. And she is happy.
Okay.
At least you could idea next time.
Yeah, that's right.
You always have.
But what was your idea? I want to hear.
Yeah, I want to know.
It's like the tables move in, push the guys. Lance comes back like a rocket, pulls 3 pins on some flashbang grenades on their chest.
Oh.
They haul into the blob. The blob sort of absorbs them and then just splat.
That would also have been cool. That would also have been cool.
And then just Lance just.
I have no problem with that as if that's what we want. I was going to keep the blob to use later if we want, but
problem.
I have no
Yeah.
problem with it
the
being
blob
taken
can
out of the
reassemble
game.
from its explodiness.
Oh, gross. That's a sad thing to learn.
That's a
Thanks.
fair cop. It blowed up. Hand grenades.
Cool.
Hand grenades. I like
Nice.
it. I like it better. I like it better.
And just Lance just sort of flipping around the
Isaac pulls the thing. He's like, mine. I need weapons.
He holds on to them, but comes towards you.
Ooh, cute. Not now.
I dig that.
Both of you. She turns to both of you like, both of you need to stop.
I'm just talking
Focus.
to the kids. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about.
So that's going to leave. Let's see. And that's everybody this round.
Yep.
That's the round. So who goes next?
Let's see.
So everybody goes back to
what
green?
Homegirl goes. I'm curious about what Allison's doing, thinking, feeling.
I think Allison is going to see her plan for this endeavor coming apart, and that's going to infuriate her
Oh no.
because teenage girl.
Yeah. It's a thing.
I was never angry a day in my life as a teen.
Really?
There's a
A
certain
teenage girl named
volatility at that
Allie
age.
being angry at something? No way. That never happened.
Could never happen. Could never happen. Yeah, and I think that she is going to, she's just going to shriek in rage and blast the whole place with light.
Okay.
And
Cool, Allie. Very cool of you. You are not going to be a Steve at this rate.
Nope. Rounded, Missy.
I'm going to take away your phone for a week.
So your stakes to defend are 15.
Oh snaps.
Is she attacking everybody or just me?
Yeah,
Okay. So we all have to roll. To defend or just me?
to defend all of you
Okay.
because she is blasting the room with light.
All right.
Cool. Dope. I'm very arrogantly going to say that, like, Lance is a human shield.
I'm going to say that, like, Colleen was, like, ready for it because it's kind of like when you're, like, walking up to, like, an angry dog or
Yeah.
something and you know that they might attack at any moment.
This croc is real agitated.
Yeah, basically.
But he's gorgeous.
Look at it. He's a big boy.
What do you love? Oh, I'm going to keep that one.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 10.
Oh, no.
All
See
right.
a couple ones, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Unfortunate.
yeah, nope, that didn't make
And the
it.
pendulum
14.
swings back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 ones.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too much to
2 ones. What were they?
One of them is a D.
A D4 and a D8.
Okay. I will buy the D8
Okay.
and put a condition on the scene. because it was an area of effect thing of blinding light.
Cool.
But it's only a D4. It's not that intrusive.
Did you go for both of us? Are we good?
No, you have to
rotate.
defend for
cool.
yourself.
And then we step the die down if we use our power and defense, yeah?
No, you don't
No.
step a die down. You just can't create
You can't create a condition
A
on
condition
her. You
on
can't
her.
hurt
Oh, got it. Okay.
You have to be the active attacker to create a condition.
Right.
That makes sense.
Which I like that rule a lot, actually.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. Just these three.
it suits the superhero theme.
You know what? Every time you make little refinements to the rules, they just make a lot of sense and just make the game better. It's
Okay,
it's
so
a really neat
15
toolkit.
with
Nice.
a D6.
What'd you get?
15.
Okay, she has a 15 with a D10.
Okay.
So I'm going to step this up to a 6.
Cool. And Lance took one for the team.
Yeah.
But I tried to throw a table in front. But I guess I didn't do a perfect job.
Yeah.
It's hard to see around.
It's
'cause
a
black
metal
spread is
table.
so much.
Some metal tables that just reflected all the light too.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
But that's a great.
That went so bad.
They probably shouldn't polish his tabletops as
Yeah.
brightly in this lab as they do, right?
The cleaning work on this table. Who cleans on the underside? Jesus.
I'm a stickler
So
for
I think
cleanliness.
that Colleen's going to go next.
All right. Am I blinded or is it just like?
No, there's just this blinding
Okay.
light. You're not. It is a condition that I can use against you.
Got it. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna hit her with more like maternal emotion, like mentor feelings, like while I keep talking to her.
Okay.
And yeah, just gonna try to continue. Like, you don't have to do this, Allison. There are people who can take care of you and who care about you for who you are without you having to hurt other people to make them happy. Is that an 8? Yeah, okay, 8. So 14 with the
Okay.
D10 effect. Wait, no, that's a 9. Yeah, that's a 9. Never mind. So 17 with the D10 effect.
Beautiful.
Because she has a 9.
Yay!
I speak.
So you get a
teenager.
D10 hero die.
I speak to the youths.
Youths. Listen,
Youths.
youths.
The two youths.
Okay. And although she has more conditions that she can take, I think this is going to break her resolve. And the light's just going to suddenly, the lights in the room are suddenly going to go out.
Okay.
Like every light in the room just goes out
Okay.
instantaneously.
Cool.
And so the only light is coming in from the outside. And there is a single, it's very small, bright as the heart of a star, incandescent blue glow coming from her.
Okay.
It's not from inside her. It's just like it's something she's wearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I'm going to. She already went. Right?
She's already gone.
I think I'm the only
Faiza.
one left.
Unless Faiza's, what's Faiza going to do?
Let's metal check her real quick.
Belt buckle, the chain that this pendant she's wearing is on.
Cell phone.
Oh, let's.
I'm just kidding.
How about the chain of the pendant she's wearing? Can I pull it off of her? I would like to try. Cool. Oh, man, see. I'll use Would you like to buy another fucking gun?
Sure,
I rolled an 11.
sure. You have an 11?
Yeah.
She has a 16 with a D4 effect. There are also 2 1s here that you can use to get rid of this blinding light condition.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's get rid of that.
Complication
Look,
on the
I
room.
helped.
Which narratively sounds like it went away anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That is perfect.
No,
the
I
dice
did
knew
it.
what needed to happen.
right.
Damn it. Yeah, I couldn't even find my way into that. All right.
Okay.
Cool. And
So, yeah,
she's
you're-
posing there's like weird interference from the pendant.
Yeah, it's something about the pendant. You can't get a hold of it.
I feel unpowerful. I hate this feeling. Help! Help!
Okay, and unless somebody's going to continue, she's not going to continue fighting.
Okay. I'm cool with going out of combat.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we will step out of combat.
Okay.
And what are you going to do?
Allison, I know some of the people that I think sent you here, or that you're trying to impress. Some of them used to be my friends, but they're dangerous people, and they've hurt a lot of very good people, a lot of good Xers. Did they say they'd hurt you? Are they threatening you?
No.
All right.
They said they wanted to help me. They said they said they would help me. They said that they would teach me.
Would teach you how
He
to
said that he would teach me.
how to use your powers.
Who's he?
Yes.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of us who can do that. I don't want to drill her for information because I think that might scare her off. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who can do that who won't expect you to hurt other people to do it. I know a lot of kids, and I know what it's like. I was a young girl like you one time, and my power can really hurt people. And I've hurt people too, and I don't. It doesn't feel good to do it, Ali. It never goes away. If you can avoid it, I would tell you to.
I think that we would have the clip of her lifting her face and her eyes are glowing, but they're not as bright. So her face is like softly lit
Nice.
with that blue glow, and there are tears running down her face, and she turns and bolts. At that
Are
point,
you gonna let her? Does she have somewhere safe to go? I don't care if she runs away.
I don't. Well, it's not safe of us to take her with us. So I hope she's got somewhere safe to go. The most we can hope for is that she will think about what we said.
Who do you think was promising to teach her?
Well, I could try. I've helped a lot of the other kids. Most of it's emotional control, which, ironically, I'm pretty good at helping other people with their emotions.
Nice. Well, you were pretty great today. Good job.
Thank you. You too. I would not have made it 5 seconds without you there.
No. I'm sure you would have melted everyone's brains and would have been fun.
It didn't melt their brains. I don't think that's how it works.
I like how the Steves described it. It was pretty great.
All right, so
Made
now
me respect you.
we have to rescue both Edison if he's gone somewhere and Simon.
Do we? And she's like smirking
Right.
when she says it.
okay.
I mean, this is a trap, Fiza. They might be dead already.
So I think if it's all right with you guys, we're going to cut to the next morning,
Totally.
Okay.
if that's all right with you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes.
So, Edison,
Okay.
Oh shit, Eddie, where you at, boo?
you wake up in a sunny, well-lit, somewhat feminine-looking bedroom. Like you're in a probably queen-sized bed. I think it's probably like white painted iron with a floral bedspread
Okay.
over it. The other appointments in the room, similarly feminine. It is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And you can hear sounds of someone moving around in another room, and you smell breakfast.
I assess my personal condition.
You have some bumps and bruises, knock on the head, but nothing that would slow you down. You have a vague remembrance of a large furred creature with lots of teeth tackling you. You go tumbling, and then something knocked you, and then a knock on the head.
Am I dressed? Do I have my things?
You
What
are.
night did he have?
You are. I'm going to go with you are dressed from the waist down,
Okay.
and your clothes are neatly laying on the foot of the bed.
Okay. I am not going to open the door, but I'm going to see if it's locked.
It is not.
Are there windows in this?
Yep.
I look out the window. What do I see?
It is a sunny side street in London. You're not entirely sure exactly which one, but it's common to any one of a gazillion neighborhoods. Building
The architecture's familiar.
Architecture's familiar.
Yeah.
Houses are close together. It kind of looks out on a small garden.
Okay. Well, from what I can assess, I'm not being held prisoner. So I'm just going to... Is there an adjacent restroom or bath? This room? Or?
I have no problem with there being a bathroom close at hand.
Okay. I splash some water on my face and wash myself up and get dressed.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to walk outside. I'm going to open the door and I go, hello?
Oh, you're awake.
Ophelia?
Yes. Yes, Professor.
Does he feel spent?
No.
Where are we?
She blushes at that. We're in my flat.
I see.
You took a nasty knock on the head.
And he just feels sort of the back of his head and he feels the knot and just winces a little bit and goes, I see. Wait. Where are the others? We were attacked. Please explain.
Well, as near as I can tell, they're fine. They are looking for you. I thought it best not to reply until you were awake, because I didn't want someone to perhaps be tracking the communications.
Fuck Ophelia. Officially.
That's very clever, Ophelia. And I thank you. It was obvious that I was caught unawares, and I lost consciousness. But how did you find me? Where you specifically noted that you did not want to be in situations where you were in danger.
Well, yes, but all of the communication devices have biometric scanners on them, and when I saw that you had been knocked unconscious, I brought you here.
I may be presuming, but I assumed that you said when you said that you could only pull yourself through your gate.
I figured it out. It only requires a small adjustment in the mathematics.
And then I sort of get a head rush, and I feel a little unstable, and I sort of grab onto the wall.
She will come over immediately to support you.
And he says, the chair, please. I'm not feeling...
She helps you get to a chair and quickly puts a cup of tea.
I'm feeling mildly concussed.
She quickly turns and grabs a tablet and starts...
looking what concussion things are. He goes in there and he takes off his glasses. He sort of rubs the bridge of his nose and takes a couple of deep breaths and collects himself. And sort of a rush of memory from the past couple of days comes back at him. You know, all the crap that he's been through. He starts sort of like the situation starts coming back to him,
right,
to the point where he kind of like forgot all of the trauma for a second, just because he was confused and dazed. And now it's all sort of starting to slide back and once again begin to emotionally overwhelm him a little bit. And he sort of pulls up to whatever. I'm assuming there's like a little table and like a
Right, there's a table, there's a cup of tea sitting there. There's a place set for breakfast. And like I said, she's cooking.
Yeah. And he's just sort of going to rub his temples for a little bit and just sort of like revel in his own misery for a second. And he, right now what's going through his mind is that he let his friends down and he feels horrible. Because he doesn't know what happened to them. They were obviously in danger and he just poof disappeared. And although he is not angry at Ophelia because she thought she was doing what she thought was best and most likely saved his life, so he can't really be too mad at her.
Right.
He still feels disappointed in himself that he was surprised and didn't act in the best interests of his friends. But as he's going through all of this, he's just feeling all these feels, and he's sort of like in a little bit of a self-loathing cycle. And he sort of looks at Ophelia and the sunlight streaming from the window, and she looks pure and kind and unsullied by all of this crap that's around me. And he just feels a little overwhelmed and just walks up to her and just lays a kiss on her. Just hard.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's
And
so
we have
cute.
fade out on that scene with them kissing because
Right.
her arms immediately go around his neck.
That's adorable. I want to ruin it.
Oh no, I'm going to ruin it. Don't worry.
We've all taken notes from the Simon and Colleen.
Indeed.
School of how to
School.
ruin a relationship.
Yes, good,
How
good,
to
good.
mess up everything.
How to
Yeah,
fuck
every
your own
single
boner.
time.
Yeah.
So good. Just watching back, like, I shake my head when I watch at home at the same times I do it in the game. Like, no, what are you doing?
Don't do that.
Oh, why did you say that?
Don't just stop. Oh, Jesus.
All right, cool. So, where do we find Fiza and Lance and Colleen the next morning?
Do you have strong feelings?
Nope. I don't think I'd go back to an axe stronghold again because I don't
Yeah.
want to lead people there. So,
Party?
Sure.
Sweet.
I was like, well, we can sleep on the benches in the subway. I've done that before.
Do you suggest that out loud?
Probably.
Peasant.
That she just gives you a look like, you peasant. And I think she's like she like grabs your hands and like pulls you towards wherever we parked. Like, I think we parked at the bar, like,
Yeah.
and just kind of like doesn't let you out of her sight.
Yeah.
Like, you're the one. She's like, can't lose them all.
Yeah.
Please don't go
Yeah.
away. Like,
No.
you're also my best friend, I think.
Yeah. Colleen's feeling that same way. Like, she's feeling like everyone's like being targeted. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
like I'm cool about it, but I'm not leaving your sight. Like, I'm really
Sweet.
close to you. Except maybe at the penthouse because that might be weird. Like, you and Lance gonna be like,
You don't know
that's in her
what's
head.
gonna
That's not out
happen.
loud. She's also like, I'll see right next to her. Oh, not the whole time. Not the whole time. No.
Right.
Yeah.
But, so, Lance and Fiza, the three of you go back to the penthouse, go up to the very top.
What would that be? That would be Visalanceline.
Bilanceline.
Bilanceline, there we go.
Very fun to me.
Sorry, continue.
And the doors open onto an open 3-story penthouse at the top of one of the towers in London.
Right. Of course. Yes. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah, right?
At least nothing's too breakable here. At least all this stuff can all be replaced.
Why do you think you break stuff all the time?
Well, I mean, this stuff's really old at Edison's place. If you break it, you can't just get a new one.
Lance is the most antique thing that we've got with us at any time, and you haven't broken him yet, so you're fine.
I think you're going to probably do that before I do.
Probably. That's why I'm saying don't worry about it.
I'm not worried about that.
I'm not letting you out of my sight. Not in a weird way. I just don't want to lose you.
Right. Well, obviously they're picking us off one by one, so she's gonna like try and like stay calm, but you can tell there's like a lot of worry.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that the night passes quietly.
Yeah. God, yeah. What?
Yeah. Lance, like, as soon as you guys get inside, Lance immediately heads to the kitchen to start preparing food.
Nice. He's a good dude.
And so then we'll
Is there a room? I mean, I'm sure there's rooms, but
Nope, you're
is there
staying
one
here. It's a very big bed. I think. I wouldn't know.
No, I don't think so.
Damn it, you can tell what I'm lying. No, you're not staying anywhere. Like, I'm sorry. Simon was standing right behind us and got taken. I'm sorry. It's going to be a very PG night, but you're staying in here.
All right. Well, is there a washroom at least?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bathroom
All right.
somewhere in these 3 goddamn stories.
I'm asking for directions, Faiza. It's
Yeah,
a
I
big
don't
damn
know.
place.
I've only been here for like 20 minutes.
All right. All right.
This
you
dude's got
can
me before.
find the
Yeah.
bathroom.
All right. So she's gonna go and go and like do the thing where you turn on the water and she sits down and like cries on
Yeah.
the bathroom floor, like trying really hard not to be loud about it, but she's really scared that Simon's gone and worried about Edison and just like. And she has no idea where Sean went either, but the fact that suddenly Simon's gone is like really, really hit her hard.
Sure. I'll buy that. Cool.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I think when you go off to the bathroom, Faiza like goes up behind Lance and like behind him hugs him and says like very quietly. I think she tries to get away with not saying it very loud, but she says that and she's like, "I love you, thank you."
Oh my
He
God.
he doesn't even turn, but he takes her hands and kisses her fingers.
Aww.
Oh, Lance. I'm in love with Lance.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He kind of just like walks off.
Cool.
She doesn't like to stay in moments.
Yeah.
That's weird and terrible.
So we'll cut to the next morning.
Okay.
Cool.
And there is no sign of Simon. But if you at any point expressed concern about Sean, Lance would tell you where he is.
All right.
Because he's in a private hospital.
Okay. That's cool. I'm sure that came up in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point, like,
He's in a private hospital under an assumed name.
perfect. Yeah. So that makes her feel a little bit better, but she's probably like doing the thing where she kind of like will randomly text Simon, knowing that it's not going to happen. Like just just trying anything she can think of.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Can we try the comms again? Did they not work? Hey, any of the fucking boys in our group.
At
Please
which
respond.
point your comms, which are sitting in the other room, crackle to life, and you hear, like, distantly through the speaker, you hear Faiza.
Fucking boys.
Fucking boys.
He pulls himself away from the current situation. And he kind of looks at her, and I should probably take that.
They have been calling.
I'm just gonna go over to the room and pick up the comms.
Okay.
And I go, Faiza?
Are you fucking kidding me? You're alive.
Is he there?
Yeah.
Edison?
Yeah, he's alive, and I'm gonna go kill him. You don't sound hurt or dead. Where the fuck are you?
I'm mildly concussed, and
It's about to get worse. Where are you?
You hear Colleen shouting in the background, too.
apparently a giant shag rug knocked me unconscious, and Ophelia effected a rescue. I just came to.
Did she rescue you and lose the ability to pick up her fucking phone? I'm gonna kill her. Where are you?
She thought it best to not, since there was a dangerous situation, to not put too much on the comms in case we were traced.
I swear to God, if you don't answer the next question with where the fuck you are, I'm going to hunt you down. I will find the metal in your balls and pull them off of you. Where are you? Also, I'm happy you're alive.
Thank you. I'm not exactly sure where... Ophelia, what's the address here?
She gives you the address.
And I gave her the exact location where I'm at. Where are you?
Click, hangs up. He's alive and at this location. Let's go murder him.
Absolutely. Where the fuck has he been?
Apparently in Ophelia's dick. She says it wrong. I don't know why. It felt fine.
It felt fine.
He's been having a
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yep.
You guys
She
suck.
should know better than that, too.
know.
I mean, I guess it's with Edison. I mean, he's the guy, but still, Ophelia should know better.
Let's kill them both.
All right. Yeah.
This is her, like, she doesn't show relief the normal way.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Yeah.
this is just all signs that you love me, so
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So when you arrive
Yep.
there, Ophelia quickly answers the door.
You move. Show me Edison.
She was stepping back from the door, and tidy little flat.
God, this is precious. Fuck this.
Colleen
Breakfast
is-
for
yeah.
4 set out on the table.
Colleen is just silent and just like, if it was an anime, you'd see like the radiating anger, like the little angry red lines, just like, or it'd be like simmery,
Yeah.
like just
Zizzly
the
lines.
little zizzle lines, like
Very
just
good.
like she like pulling a Fiza basically, like
Yeah.
silent, just
Fizas.
glare at Ophelia when she opens that door.
Where am I? In this?
Yeah,
Yeah, where are you?
Wherever you want to be.
Okay, so she opens the door and they come in. They're obviously angry. I see them come in. First of all, when the door opens, I get kind of tense. And then I see them come in. And then you see Edison sort of rush at you, and there's tears welling in his eyes, and he hugs you both.
Oh.
And goes, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Ice is doing like, I want to be mad. No. You just hear like a strangled like growl, like,
Edison, they got Simon.
What?
Can we celebrate having one boy back? We'll get the other one in a day or two. We'll find him in someone else's vagina.
He needs to.
And she hugs you back. Yeah, she said it out loud.
Let's sit
We
down.
will not.
Let's sit down and compare notes and try to figure this out.
This is what happens when we split up. Is they get more of us.
I assure you both, ladies, that it was completely unintentional.
Well, of course it was, but that doesn't stop what happened because of it.
Understood, but if we have a problem that doesn't have an immediate solution, we simply have a situation we have to deal with. We need to find Simon, and we need to find out more about what's going on. I basically tell them exactly what I remember and what Ophelia told me what happened. That I got blindsided by the wolf thing, and I hit my head really hard and was out. And Ophelia, because there are biosigns in the communications, sensed that and actually pulled me out of the situation. And I was completely unconscious until this morning. And he assures you up and down that he would have contacted you earlier if he would have been able to. Ophelia felt that it was probably best to stay silent, and he doesn't necessarily agree with that assessment, but nonetheless, that's the decision that was made. But what happened with you guys?
The entire time you're talking, Fiza's like fixing your hair, and then she like takes her glasses off and like fixes them because they're a little bent.
Yeah.
In that you got
Kinda
tackled
messed
by
up.
a fucking wolf. Because I think she thinks like you looking put together is like you being normal again, so she's like fix you.
She's helping normalize me. That's
Yep.
good.
Good.
So, what happened? I'm very pleased that you seem none the worse for wear.
Yeah, we won our fights. Keep talking. Get bathroom.
Well, we ended up going to one of the Axe safe houses that I know of, and it got attacked by my old friends again, and I ended up having to hurt all of them again. And Simon had run off, and Fiza was somewhere else, and I'm just tired of everybody leaving all the time. And now we ended up going to the lab because we thought you might be there, and it had been attacked by that politician's girl, Allison, the 13-year-old.
What?
Yeah, they were releasing the blob thing,
Oh, no.
Yes, well, we stopped it, and I think it was a trap, and I think they got Simon.
So Simon was with you when you entered the laboratory.
Yes, it was his idea. He thought you might be there.
He is a clever boy.
Not that clever, because you weren't there, and it ended up being a trap.
Well, we also have to understand that our opponents are so clever.
Eddie, I think he might be dead.
Well, I think that it is important for us to hold dear hope and take every action we can in order to ascertain his location and rescue him. And that should probably be the primary focus of our efforts.
Right.
I take out my phone and open an app. There's a tracker on the suit.
I'm totally hip with that. And if he were present with us tonight,
Yeah.
you would be able to track him. But under
You can just say it doesn't work, and I'm
current
totally
circumstances,
cool with that.
you are unable to detect Simon's suit.
Well, hadn't he taken? Didn't he say? Maybe he said he took it off while we
He
were
did.
walking to
He
the
did.
lab.
He took it off while you were walking to the
Because he
lab.
didn't wanna
So
look
actually,
weird.
you can detect the suit. It's in the back of the
It's
of
in
the
the
Range
white
Rover.
pantaloon.
It's in the Range. No, it's in the Range Rover.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went into a combat situation and he wasn't wearing the suit.
I don't think he expected it to be a combat situation. I think he thought he'd just find you in the lab to talk to you.
Make a gentleman a suit. He doesn't bother to wear
Where's
it.
my suit?
By the way, is the other suit ready?
The
The one that you wrote up.
her suit?
Her suit.
Her suit's easy. Her suit's hard.
Okay. No, that's fine. I
Yeah.
just. Professor, I meant to tell you. The fabrication unit delivered number 2.
Oh, very good.
Liza looks a little hopeful.
And he goes, Colleen, this is for you.
God damn it! She stomps off.
A suit.
Yes.
You know, I can't do electricity and stuff, right?
Oh no. It's suited for you. I make these specifically. I assume, and since it's very difficult for me to analyze any kind of scientific process around your abilities, so I'm afraid that the concentration of the suit has very little to do with that. It's more designed to keep you safe and keep you obscured from enemies.
All right. Well, that's a good plan, I suppose.
And also, it's bulletproof. So.
Oh, I like that part.
That's a good
All right.
Cool.
I just said it wasn't anything. It's just a bulletproof vest, basically.
Isn't listening.
Actually, it's a little bit more than that. You could try it on, and I can give you an assessment of what it does.
Can it go under my other clothes?
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Sorry.
Although I'd probably lose the jacket; it would be a bit bulky.
don't like my jacket.
I love your jacket.
Put the jacket over
I'm just,
it.
I'm just looking after your own comfort.
Ah, yes. No, I like my jacket.
Up to you.
She's
manner of dress is
gonna
your
go get
business.
changed in the bathroom. And can we just say, for the same reasons, because Mike's not here, like while Colleen was having that, like texting him, she like tried to reach out with her emotions and wasn't able to do it. Now, whether she really couldn't or whether she was just so upset she couldn't,
Sure.
we'll leave that
Nice.
open. Like whether she failed because she was so upset or whether she really wasn't able to. And when you come up with whatever happened with Mike, that's what.
That'll be fine.
All right,
That'll be fine.
But that it doesn't make sense that she wouldn't have tried that.
Cool.
Like, first
Awesome.
time.
I dig it.
Yeah.
While you're changing, I think at some point while you're like fussing over the suit, Faiza makes eye contact with Ophelia and like purses her lips and gives like a little nod, which is all the approval she'll ever give. And then goes back to her phone.
Cool.
And is pissy that she doesn't have the suit yet.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the technical impediment to Faiza's suit? I'm curious.
Oh, the technical impediment to Faiza's suit is that it's electrically conductive. So she actually has the way that it works is that there are the liquid metal that basically covers her polarizes into different shapes as she makes them. So she doesn't have to concentrate on
sweet.
Shifting it. So she can make buttresses for when she's pulling. She can create blades with it. She can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. But the thing is that if it comes up against a strong electric charge, those polarizations tend to randomly shift. So it would basically stiffen up on her when if she gets a strong electric charge.
Cool.
Put on the suit.
I like it.
Hers, on the other hand, for the quote unquote invisibility stuff to work, she has to be standing perfectly still.
Okay.
She can't really move around. If she moves around, she immediately becomes visible.
Because it bends light.
It
right?
bends light.
Yeah, it's like cloaking device.
It's like a cloaking device, and you have to be still. And what it does is there's been a lot of research and actually some successful research in making invisibility stealth things with refracting light.
Yeah.
And there's also been some equations and some research that has been done in the bending of light on its own without. With just the manipulation of electromagnetic fields.
Yeah.
So what it does is it creates a lens in front of her that refracts the light around her and makes her generally invisible. If she moves away from that concentration
They
of light,
see the bending of the light.
exactly.
I get it. I dig
It
it.
ruins the whole thing. And it has like gecko grips, so she can climb up walls like Spider-Man.
You're a gecko.
Cool. I dig it.
I don't know. I don't think she has the physical strength for that, honestly.
Do a push-up. You're a gecko now.
Physical is 4.
Yeah, there you
In
go.
that case, I'd like to have some. I'd like to add something into this
Sure.
because while you're going over the suit, Ophelia comes over and she has a box.
Okay.
This box is old, stupid old.
Okay.
Okay. He says, this was delivered for you, Professor?
Okay. It doesn't seem familiar to me at all.
No.
Is it locked or what?
No.
I step back a bit and I put a gravity well in it and I open it.
Yes, that's my medicine.
Sweet. It opens with a slight creaking of of hinges.
Dramatically
Take a
appropriate.
peek inside.
There is what looks very like the gauntlet from a medieval set of armor. But it's made out of some kind of metal that it's mostly kind of a dusky purple color with swirls of green and silver going through it. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. And on it is, or sitting next to it, is a note card. And it says, maybe this will help, L.
Oh, he's so good.
Okay, so I pick it up.
It is spectacularly light.
This material is amazing. Okay. I need a spectrograph.
Of course, Ophelia has a spectrograph
Jesus,
in
what
her
is this
flat.
apartment?
Doesn't everyone?
Shabby nerdy chic?
Yeah.
So, I wait for a moment. I finish running down the whole thing on the suit. It's very basic. You don't have to do anything.
What does it look like? What does she look like?
It looks like a female version of Simon's suit.
What color is it?
It's charcoal gray.
That's cute. Put a jacket over it.
She
That actually
she
looks kind
actually
of cool.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it looks cool now.
Very badass.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's very Black Canary. I like that.
It's kind of tight.
Yeah, it is. She's just
She pulls the jacket a little bit farther around her.
The plates have to fit well in order to be able to dissipate.
Could you not move your hands like that when you say that, please?
He blushes and goes, "Oh, I'm so very sorry.
That's all right.
I meant nothing rude."
No, I know. That's all right, Eddie.
I did.
Yes, I know you would have.
Of course. Well, I didn't get to see you drop trowel like Simon did. I'm just assuming you're wearing little shield underwear like he was.
Oh, no.
It's just little bombs.
What's that little X's
I'm
on
not
it?
talking to you about my underwear. That's something that we're going to talk about.
Although it is quite flattering.
It's weird that you said that.
Edison's looking away now and like covering his hand.
I look over to Ophelia like, you've got competition.
Thank you.
Look at that. Body. You should be worried. They get very close together. Faiza just
Colleen's not
continues to
noticing
troll.
any of this. She's just like a little awkward.
He's very unhappy with this
Yeah.
turn of events and wants
Good. Faiza's happy now. Everyone's unhappy.
Cool.
Can we try and find Simon now?
Yes, please.
I tried everything I could think of, which I mean, there's not a lot I can do, but we have to. I have to know. I have to know if he's.
Oh, I believe we all have to know.
She's gonna just give you a look.
I've also grown quite fond of the good constable, although I do not hold the same intimacy that you do. I am very concerned about his well-being, and I will not rest until he is found.
Ophelia, are you hiding any more of our friends in a broom somewhere with their comms off?
No.
All right.
I'm afraid I don't know where Simon is.
Well, okay.
If
If he has his comm unit, and if it was turned on, we could find him that way.
All right.
It's not.
It's not
Yeah.
on.
we only have one actual clue to go on, we have the identity of a young woman that may be able to help us.
Oh, yeah, Allie, what's her name? What's the name of that parliament member? I don't remember anyone. There's a lot of people to keep hold of.
We'll just say we remember his name because I remembered it earlier. So I'm just gonna.
It's Sperling.
Sperling. That's what it is.
I only fake remember, or fake forgot.
Well, she's just a 13-year-old girl.
That works intimately with Division X.
No, but I'm saying that no one where she's from isn't going to tell us because she's either run away from home, probably, like so many other Xers, and is living at Division X, which we don't know where that is still.
I bet she fucking does.
Right, but how do we find her? That's the point. If
This is why you let her run away, and it was weird when you did that.
Well, I'm hoping that she'll change her mind. I'm not going to hurt some poor girl who's as much a victim as we are.
Even if it was to get Simon back. And she gives a real dangerous smirk.
Colleen pauses for a moment. I don't.
Difficult choices.
Yeah.
I believe that we perhaps need to think outside of a binary rule set. We do not need to force this girl.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything you just said.
We don't need to kill her or be mean. Perhaps we could simply reason with her.
Oh,
There's
that's a
not
good idea.
Just one way to solve a problem.
She, looks over at Faiza. Isn't that a good idea, Faiza? Don't you think that's a great idea?
I would kill for any of you. And I stand by that. And then she murmurs into a cup of coffee that she took off the table. That's because I like killing.
I find that oddly comforting and disturbing simultaneously.
None of you should go out hunting without breakfast, though.
I'm really not hungry, but thank you.
Do you have any whiskey? She's starved.
Please, ladies, let's at least consume some proteins. We are going to need our energy, and we do not wish to be caught at a disadvantage.
Lance made food the night before, so Faiza's gonna not eat.
Well, I'm going to eat.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm vaguely
I feel
incredulous
like-
of Ophelia.
Yeah, I feel like Colleen, hasn't, kind of maybe has pecked at food, maybe nodded off, but didn't sleep at all.
Okay.
Just, yeah. Trying not to be a mess, but is a total mess.
I'm
Okay.
basically, while I'm eating, I'm going to start doing some searches online to see if there are any reports of this young girl missing, because she is the daughter of a noted official. So if she did run away, there may be some kind of
Right. There's nothing in the news about her missing. There are things in the news that are worth noting, though.
Ooh. Breaking news in London.
breaking
It all
news in
sounds
London.
like
On the
Because
newsreel.
this is the way we do the news, and this
all the news that's fit to print.
Yeah.
all the news that's fit to put on text into the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll put anything on the internet.
If it's got a hashtag, it's important.
Hashtag truth.
The Kaiser's at it again, making memes left and right.
Stop it with the spiky helmets.
So in the news, two things of note. The violence against X's and X-owned businesses has increased yet again. It is still on the rise. Violence in general is on the rise, but it's more pronounced against X's.
Cool.
And the new legislation to limit the travel of X's has moved forward in committee.
Fucking if I wasn't off saving boys, I would be able to try to block this. But no.
Actually,
Someone's been in a sex dungeon with Ophelia.
Pardon me.
What? Back on our phone.
So that's what's in the news this morning. Things of particular note. They do have a continuing report on the ex-terrorist attack in East London, which is Simon's building.
Yeah.
That they are still attributing to,
Me.
you.
Yeah, why'd you blow up Simon's building?
Right.
Did he have stuff from his ex-girlfriends in there?
No. He had a guitar I gave him, though.
You are really worried about him, aren't you?
Of course I am.
I
Why
believe-
wouldn't we be?
I believe we were all worried about him in our own certain
Look,
way.
he's fine. I'm sure Simon's fine too.
I'm
He maybe
awful
just
fine.
walked away to do Simon things.
Does that seem like Simon to you?
Simon tends to walk away a lot.
Not when he feels like it's his duty to help someone. Not when he's showing up to a place that it was his idea to go there.
I find it far from normal character for him to disappear while Colleen is in jeopardy.
That's funny. You were gone for a day. That's exactly what he did.
That is, in fact, true.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you probably chased him off in some way.
Oh,
That is also true.
look at that, Edison! And you look away, and she just gives a look at you. Good to have you
things
back,
are-
Eddie.
Well, things are complicated. I can't help it if he tries to do something like a police officer, and I have to keep him from hurting the kids at the shelter.
Oh yeah,
just
he
make it.
called the cops.
He did.
The children? There were children involved.
Right.
Sort of. My Steves.
Oh,
I have Steves now.
we help a lot of the teens, the ex-teens who've run away or been on the streets.
Oh, I see. I'm hoping that everyone's well.
Barely, but yes. Luckily, Fiza showed up in the nick of time.
Always.
I think that it's perhaps time for us to ask Mr. Sperling some difficult questions.
Wait, so a moment ago, you said that Simon called the cops, which he did.
Yeah. That's why the Axe Safe House is raided.
Right. Maybe he did walk away.
No. Stop.
No, but doesn't it make sense? I know it sounds a little
He does
crazy.
seem to respond to authority rather strictly. If one of his superiors showed up and ordered him to leave, he may have acquiesced.
And she's gonna she sits down and just looks at you two and just waits for you to figure it out, and then goes, "You don't realize how much Simon, he's physically incapable of betraying you at this point."
I agree
No.
with you.
He left right away yesterday.
Oh, after you told him to leave?
Well, yes, but
Yeah, he's dumb and doesn't understand subtext, but he will always do what? Sorry, Mike. You're gonna watch this later and be like, "But he's a bitch."
Love you, man.
Still
That's
are.
just saying.
no, he
No,
can't
right
argue
now
that.
Mike is probably watching the stream at home going, yeah.
Don't worry, I got your 6, bro.
I, however, will throw you under the bus. Just, so you know.
But he would never do anything that he thought would betray what you two have. And honestly, what you two have is real dysfunctional, but you have it.
Well, I was thinking that too, but I mean, the only other alternative. I mean, can you see him not like coming back if he could?
I don't know. He's burnt a significant number of his bridges. And he said over and over again his career was, in essence, over. I think he sacrificed it to the altar of your affection.
Ooh, you made it sound mean when you said it.
No, I understand that, but I mean, that means then he's probably dead somewhere then. Because
I
that's
mean-
the only thing that would keep him from us, right?
He's either dead or captured by Division X or trying to discover some information as a deep agent within the police force to get information for us. All three are incredibly stupid, but, you know,
Well, it is Simon.
it's...
I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore.
What we need to do is stay positive. And until we have ascertained exactly what has happened, Constable, we shouldn't make any assumptions because we owe it to him to find him. Or at least discover what happened to him. Which is why I think that we
She's
should
gonna
go-
like wince when you say that a little bit.
I refuse to lose hope, and I refuse to give up on Simon. So I say that we follow the only lead we have available and see if we can find this girl, and in lieu of her, speak to her father.
I happen to know this without looking at Lance. I know where Lord Sperling lives. Let's go. I was going to go press the flesh later, and then he changed his mind. It doesn't matter. This isn't about me, I think. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. So you're going to the house of Lord Sperling?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else to do, so.
Yeah.
Well, I will just. You can absolutely do that. His house is gated and heavily guarded. Even more so now.
All right. I'm going to roll to get the guards to trust me and let me in.
Sweet. And while you're doing that, I think Faiza's running interference,
Actually, do we
trying
have-
to like bullshit her way
Do
in.
we have his telephone number?
Yeah?
I call him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fear of the realm and shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
He picks up. Hello.
And what was his full name again?
Lord Sperling.
Lord Joffrey Sperling.
Joffrey. You can always trust a
Yeah.
Joffrey.
Lord Sperling. It's Sir Edison Cornwall,
Ah, Sir Edison.
Baron of Lemon.
It's been some time since we've spoken.
Indeed. Yes. I am. This is going to be a curious question, but please know it just comes from a position of concern. I have recently spoken to certain faculty members in my laboratory. There was a situation last night, and a person matching the description of your daughter was seen at that disturbance. And before I made any official inquiries that may be embarrassing, I decided to contact you directly and see if we can clear this up.
Oh, this is not something we should discuss on open phone line.
Agreed. I'm perfectly willing to travel to your domicile.
Can you be at my home at 10 o'clock?
Absolutely.
Very good. I'll leave instructions.
Thank you, sir. All right, I'm seeing him at 10 o'clock. We have an appointment.
That's cute. I like lords. Let's go. I am rumpled. Can we stop at a store on the way?
Actually, that would be quite nice. I don't think I can return my dog.
Of course you have a dog.
I've told you of my dog.
I don't listen when people talk about their pets.
I don't
And she gives a look at Ophelia.
I'm certain it's not safe to return to my home.
That's probably very accurate.
He seems almost completely and totally distraught. Like he sits down, he's like worried as hell. It's like, he'll be fine. It's only been a day. He'll be fine.
Is he at your flat, Professor?
Yes, but all of our... Well, Simon's home was attacked by...
It's very loud when she does that. Bop.
I feel like she should give us a warning or something.
I don't know, I kind of like it.
Okay, hey. Cool.
So, oh my god, he basically just scoops up his puppy and just seems so happy. The puppy's like,
Ophelia, get
aren't
my
you such a
dry
good boy?
cleaning.
Aren't you such a good boy?
And you said
She gives you a smirk. She says, don't you have a lance for that?
I do, but you're faster. And she gives Lance a look like she teleports.
Lance is standing there holding your dry cleaning.
Damn it! He's so good. All right, snatched.
and you were upset at me for being worried about Simon, and he's crying about his dog.
Yeah, but that's cute.
I don't make...
She said more sarcastic than that. It sounded ruder because I had my accent on, but it was more like a sarcastic.
He turns around to you kind of hurt and goes, I make very few friends.
Well, you have a whole bunch of them now, and we're in a hurry, and one of them wants to go shopping? I don't know.
I am not his friend. And my clothes are right here.
Yeah. Colleen's going to give Eddie a look like she's lying.
Oh, I know.
I am not lying.
No, she doesn't say that out loud. She just
Damn
gives you
it.
like the, liar.
He basically, he's holding the
like
dog.
a mean look.
He gives Ophelia a peck on the cheek. Thank you so much.
Of course, Professor.
Oh, really? In public? What's wrong with you?
All right, I've had about all the hypocrisy I can take for a few minutes. Can we get the fuck out of here?
Yes, let's go.
Bless you.
Okay. So you get to Lord Sperling's.
She's still wearing like the catsuit thing with her jacket. Oh no, she probably put like her jeans back on over it. That's what
Nice.
That's what she's got.
Yeah.
Cat suit, superhero suit.
No, that's what it is.
Tomato,
right?
tomato.
Yeah. It fits like a catsuit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, it kind of looks like the Tron Legacy suits.
Those are
lot.
cat
Those are cat
suits.
suits. The glowy
I'm just trying to
cat
paint
suits.
a...
Glowy neoprene.
Yes,
Yeah.
neoprene. Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, that like double thick scuba. Fuck that.
So it's like, well, we're not expected till 10 o'clock.
Oh, you arrive
Right.
at 10 o'clock. It's not a...
I'm
Not a
basically
problem.
going to get out of the car and walk up. It says, stay here. I'll call
Oh
for you."
no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I don't wait in cars.
And we're already having people disappear. You're not leaving.
I'm
Remember
the
that
only
time
one
where you-
expected.
Well, yeah, stay at the gate. I mean, she's fancy and it'll be fine, and I could be your maid or something.
That's what?
What? You said I was your assistant before.
Yeah.
I can pretend to be an assistant.
There's a
Lance,
diff-
give me your iPad.
What?
I can hold it. I'm very good at holding it.
But then what's Lance gonna hold?
Well, he's your assistant. He looks like an assistant.
I'm walking inside.
I have this picture of you walking in and the two of them like trailing you a couple of steps behind. Lance is going to go to the office.
Okay.
Good. Perfect. Here you go. Here's Lance's iPad.
All right. Thank you.
And I walk up to the guard. It says, Sir Edison Cornwall, I believe I am expected.
Oh, of course, Edison. He looks quizzically at the two of them.
Pfizer Benjamina from...
I don't need an introduction, Sperling.
That's his guard.
We've butted up against each other on some like anti-X.
Well, he's not there. Yeah, you're
Oh,
the
it's
guard.
some-
You're
Yeah,
the
the
guard.
guard.
Oh, fuck the guard. Who are you?
And this is my
She does not
PA.
introduce her.
Okay. He's like, of course, right away.
All right.
And he's going to show you inside, hand you off. They're going to take you through the house to a sitting room, actually to a study, where Lord Sperling is awaiting you.
I basically come in and goes, Lord Sperling.
So, he says, Miss Benjamina,
And she like nods.
Ms. O'Connor, I believe.
You're a
Pfizer quirks an eyebrow at that.
You're a quick study. You're a quick study, my lord. May I have a seat?
Please, all of you. Butler comes in, says, would you like some refreshment?
Coffee, please.
No, thank you.
I'd love a cup of tea. 1 lump, light milk.
he disappears to go, buttle.
I'm going to read the
Hell
Lord's
yeah.
emotion
Please do.
to be like, hey, are you going to murder us? Instigate for both of you. And strike a chord. And yeah. Did not roll super great.
It's pretty great.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's 15.
Since you didn't have to roll at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Super good.
There is an underlying, very deep worry, a sense of personal shame,
Ooh.
a very British resolve,
All right.
and a sense of extreme gratitude.
Okay. But no, like, anger or aggression or anything against us. All right.
Nope.
She's going to kind of, like,
Well,
nod at both of you, like,
I'm gonna work
shrug.
This is the thing
Edison-
when she handed you the iPad.
Yeah.
It's open
Edison-
to like a message.
We
to her.
must dispense with the formalities.
I agree.
And he's like, I know that in the past we have been on opposite sides of issues.
Yeah.
That's putting it lightly.
Believe me when I tell you that I was misguided and was acting out of a sense of fear over something that I did not understand.
And she's gonna make a very pointed look at Colleen. Like, is he telling the truth?
I'm gonna type on the iPad, like, while he's talking.
Sure.
My lord, ignorance is the root of fear.
And the message is going to be like, he doesn't seem to be angry at us, and he seems like his
I
emotions
believe-
back up what he says.
I believe that people with abilities can be very dangerous. We've seen that. We've also seen that those without them can be extremely dangerous.
We are in agreement on both issues, sir.
Oh, look, growth. Adorable.
I am assuming that you are aware of your daughter's gifts.
I was not until just the other day, but I am now.
It would seem that she has fallen in with an influence that perhaps might not be in her best interest.
Isaac quirks an eyebrow at you.
Do you perhaps know of her whereabouts?
She's not been home for 4 days.
Lord, I will let you know. I will let you know that she was in my laboratory last evening, and
That sounds terrible.
I had her in my laboratory last night. Wait, what?
where she attempted to, where she and some armed gentlemen were attempting to cause some damage to the laboratory in one of the experiments therein.
Just trying to kill people.
Us, mostly.
She's always been such a caring girl.
Caring can be manipulated to create extremes.
Have you talked with her since you found out about her powers?
I tried, but she was very angry with me, and
Understandably.
understandably, I accept that.
It takes a while for a teenage girl to forgive, especially when she's, especially when she's thinking her father's been fighting against her this whole time. It's going to take more than just a few words to
I
make her
thought
trust
I was
him.
trying to protect her.
I know, but she's a kid. She doesn't know that.
I just hope that she'll come home so that I can try to tell her.
Lord Sperling, we all try our best, and we all make decisions based on whatever influences information we have at hand. But
You know,
I can assure you that much like everything else when it has to do with the human experience, we have to open our minds and assess individuals by their character, not by a loose set of criteria. There are bad exes and there are good exes, to put it simply. And I believe that she has fallen in with some of the bad ones.
Isa is holding her fucking tongue right now
Yeah.
and looks like it.
Eddie, you don't know much about teenage girls, do you?
I know much about many things, and that is not one of them.
Well, your lordship, what you need to do is do something to show her that you're fighting for her now. Something that she will hear about, even without you there.
I believe you are correct, Ms. O'Connor. And I have already taken steps to do so. I'm afraid that I must go. Matters of state to attend to. There is a rather important vote this morning.
That's a good idea.
If you can give us a list of known associates of your daughter, any clues to where she might be, we would like to find her for you. Simply because once we discover her location, other parts of our agenda would become simpler.
Because he is not against you, opposed to you. There's no, we agree about how
Right.
the outcome of this.
Jib gets out a pen and paper to write something down.
Secret message.
I'm going to put a D8 asset for you on the table,
Okay.
and it is Allison's known haunts.
Nice.
Nice.
So yes, he's able to give you places that you can look for her, and that gives you an asset that you can use when you are rolling to try to find her.
Okay.
Before you go, also, she really trusts who's ever asking her to hurt people. Was there any... did you see her? Did she make any new friends, like, right before she disappeared or anything?
Well, that was something that I wanted to mention to you, because on Saturday night last, I was approached and threatened by I hesitate to use the word gentleman, but he did have a noble bearing about him, and he describes Gandalf.
Yeah, perfect.
Colleen gets... When he says a noble bearing, she's going to, give a look. Like, what is a noble bearing?
Yeah.
She sits up a little straighter.
My dear, you'd know it if you had it.
Noble bearings are in trucks, right?
Only the fancy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to pressure me to vote against the X-Registration Act, which I would not have done from his trying to force me. But the very next day, someone attacked my daughter, and her abilities became known. For her, there will never be an X-Registration Act passed while I draw breath.
I think Fiza walks over and I don't know if he's wearing any metal, but I'm assuming the chair he's in has metal studs
Sure.
in it. And it just starts closing in on him a little bit more, and she's doing the pressure tactics that she uses in her boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "I'm not going to put pressure on you the way Gandalf did." I didn't use his name. The way that gentleman did. But now that you know the truth of your daughter, I expect you to do better by her. Good luck with the vote. And then she turns and walks out of the room.
I leave my calling card with him and I go, "My lord, if there's any way I can be of assistance, please do not hesitate to call."
Colleen's going to look for a second and just be like, I'm glad that you're able to find the empathy for your daughter. I wish you would have found it for the hundreds and thousands of teens who are alone in the city, who are facing the streets every day because they're like your daughter. And hopefully now you can fight for them too.
I certainly intend to try.
Thank you.
Ms. O'Connor, I did not know before, but I know to be fact that you and your associates were not responsible for the Thames House bomb.
That is correct.
I can't prove it, but in the moment that I can, the full weight of British justice will fall on those responsible. Not only for the bombing, but for the harm that resulted from it.
Well, I can't say that I have much faith in British justice, but I'm glad to have you on our side, at least now.
Well, perhaps there's a new day dawning.
It would be
For
nice.
all of us.
She just kind of like nods and then follows them out.
Okay.
And in a very sort of like Columbo sort of way. Oh, one more
One more
question.
thing. just one more thing.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Would you happen to know where my father is?
I do not.
If you come across that information, would you mind letting me know? I have words for him.
If I learn anything, I will, of course, let you know.
Much appreciated. Thank you, my lord. If we find anything of your daughter, I would communicate that to you immediately.
I'm going to do one more thing too, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Sir, before we go, if we see your daughter again, I think it's important for her to know that you're fighting for her. So your vote today and whatever speeches or whatever you give. But is there something that we can show her that might, like, remind her of home or something? Or something we can say to her that she'll know that we've spoken with you?
We're going to need some dice for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're creating another asset.
An asset, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not using my powers
You
on
can
him.
spend a plot point to create a D6 asset if you want.
I don't have any plot points.
Can I give a plot point?
No, but you can spend one
Yeah.
Can I spend what?
to create the asset that you're looking that.
Sure.
that
I mean, I'll
Colleen
spend
wants.
it.
Okay.
Or do you want to roll?
No, I'm fine if you want to spend it. I'm good.
go.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's not something he would not give us. So I feel like if I failed a roll, it'd be a little weird for him to be like, no. It's like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to give you a bow from her favorite doll or whatever to prove that. Like, I'm like,
I'm also
okay.
trying very hard to play good cop, bad cop with you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because like
We're doing
you're
it.
the like emotionally like just
What?
like their one, and I'm like, ooh, I could be the mean one. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a token of some
Cool.
kind. I don't know what it looks like.
Also, quick question: has Sperling been like up until this point, when Allison's nature was revealed, like pretty in the forefront of anti-X advocacy? Oh yeah, cool. I'm pulling windows out of their case. I'm wrecking shop on the way out. I just want to make a mess on the way. He's cost me like close to millions of dollars of lobbying, and I'm real angry that at his sudden turn of heart, 'cause that's some weak ass shit.
Okay. What I can say is that he was never dishonest.
Oh no, I believed him, and I'm angry that I had to waste time and energy lobbying against his impassioned speeches about like the dangerous nature of
Right.
X's.
That's part of the reason why he was effective, is that he was honest.
Yeah, good for him. He's gonna be honest about having to buy all those fucking windows again. She's just pulling shit down. Fuck you! On the way out. She's petty.
Yes.
She has her moments.
Yeah. I find it charming.
Fiza, maybe we shouldn't wreck his place right now? She pulled.
No one tells me what to do.
She
And
pulls
then she
down
walks
one.
out the front door.
She's going to kind of shrug her shoulders at Edison.
Okay.
I get to do.
Sorry.
I'm not.
Okay. So what are we off to now?
That's a great question. I guess we're going to check out some of Allison's haunts.
So let's put some dice down. How are you going to try to find Allison? And again, like I said, you have,
Yeah.
you have a D8 asset.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like...
I'm going to throw an idea out here.
Okay.
Please do.
Do you think that perhaps it might be a good idea to contact Chalmers?
No.
Why?
She would most likely also be concerned as to the whereabouts of the constable. And if there is an investigation or a missing person report that has been filed with this girl, they might have some leads that might help us.
Okay.
Well,
I'll give her a call.
It doesn't sound like dear old Da has reported her missing yet.
Well, there's reporting and then there's reporting. Amongst the peerage, there's a situation where favors are done outside of the books if there are things that might be embarrassing to one.
Well, that's shocking. That's very surprising.
Eat the rich.
You're being facetious.
Yes. No, very facetious. The fact that you have a whole other system of justice is very surprising to me. That's more being facetious.
Fiza pulls out her phone as you guys are talking and calls Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo
Ring.
Chalmers.
Ring, ring. Hello?
Where is my liaison? He's not picking up his phone.
This is Benjamina. Have you lost Simon?
I haven't lost him. He's not picking up. I don't repeat myself. Where is he?
I don't know.
Well, I have left him a voicemail. I expected him at my house this morning, and he's not here. So is he dead on some sting operation or something? And if so, can you send me a new one?
He's been on detached duty with you for 2 weeks.
Has he not checked in with you at all?
Well, once, yes, but
When was that?
yesterday to report a disturbance at
I don't care. Where is he now? Don't you have, like, trackers on them or something?
we don't tag them like dogs.
I don't know why. He's a detective like a bloodhound. Oh, he's not even that. You gave me a crappy cop.
Colleen, looks a little offended for a second.
I want a better one. No, I want this one, so I can kill it myself and you can send me a new one. Where's Simon?
I don't know.
Simon said that he was thinking something strange has happened at the police department. Maybe she knows something that she's not going to tell you. So get her away from the police station. Because I can't go in there.
That's fair. Well, I want some sort of apology. Make it up to me. What are you going to do to fix this? I have funded a whole department, and you don't want the kind of bad press I can buy.
You can, over the phone, you can hear her counting in her head.
That's very good.
Miss Benjamina, I don't know where he is. I shall reach out and try to contact him. In the meantime, this is probably not a conversation that we should have on the phone.
What do you suggest?
Where should I meet you?
I'm currently at Lord Sperling's house having discussions about the vote going up today. So you come find me somewhere over here and we can talk. But I am a busy woman.
There's a silence in which you hear, aren't we all? Okay. So I think sometime after that, after you leave Sperling's, because you're in the Range Rover.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
Oh, not me.
Not Lance.
Ugh.
Lance is at the office.
I guess I drive.
I'll try. It'll be great.
No, you're concussed and you're not good at
not.
driving.
So who's sitting where?
Me, I'm in the driver's
driving?
seat. Sweet.
I'm in the back seat.
I'll be in the passenger seat.
Okay. So you are stopped at a stoplight, and the rear passenger side door opens, and Lieutenant Chalmers calmly gets into the car and sits down.
Fuck! She says over her shoulder. She sits next to you.
Yeah.
She probably react.
No, totally. I almost bolt out of the car, And I like just turn my head and like look out the window, like I don't want her to see my face. I have nothing to do.
Pardon my assistant. The other one left, and this one's new and skittish.
Really?
All right.
She's not stupid.
I was under the impression that your assistant was at your office.
Yes, but he's no longer my assistant. He's moving into my old position.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's...
Surprisingly, he's good at his job. Who knew? Nothing to worry about with the new one, though. Sorry, Fiza's just enjoying
No, it's
being
fine.
Fiza again. Like, oh, it's me again.
Polly's still holding the tablet, so she's pretending
Yeah.
to do tablet-y things as she's not looking at.
Well, so the problem is that I don't know where Simon is, and he's not responding on his phone. His phone does not ping on location services. I have no reason to believe that something, dire has befallen him, except that you've lost track of him.
I'm gonna roll to read her
Yeah.
feelings. It's not super.
15?
Yeah, again. That's
15
good.
with a D12 effect? That's
Yeah,
good.
15
right.
with a D12
That's good
effect.
shit.
With a Simon relationship effect.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Girl, bust.
She got no
You
pips.
can't, I don't think you can spend one for me.
Can I spend pips for her?
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
She has a 19
Oh God.
with...
Have any?
So,
This is why I keep them.
I know.
I haven't
fair.
rolled. Yeah.
That's super
this is...
fair.
So, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay? It's not that you aren't able to read. It's that there is a very distinct barrier blocking her emotions.
All right.
And when you... Because you had a what?
15.
15 with a D12.
Okay. And when you, go to read her, she just stops and looks right at you.
I'm looking away at the tablet, so I probably don't notice that.
Ms. O'Connor?
Hello.
Please don't do that.
That was amazing.
Well, can you blame me?
If I wanted to arrest my fellow exes, I would.
Break tap.
Told you.
I knew it.
Then let me take this
I'm actually
opportunity-
rather surprised that Simon didn't tell you.
Simon's full of surprises.
Yes. Well, there's a lot of things that Simon doesn't share with me, so I'm not that surprised.
I think it has more to do with the fact that Simon is as loyal as a golden retriever, and if you left that confidence in his stead, in his care, he would not have betrayed it.
She acknowledges the point. In any case, you have nothing to fear from me. In fact, I have misguided the police department at every opportunity.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah,
Simon
really
has
have.
gone missing
Yes.
from a dangerous situation where the ladies were attacked by a paramilitary group and another ex, who seems to be the daughter of a lord.
It was trap.
It was Division X.
We feel that he might be in great danger, and
That
we're
group
quite
just
concerned.
keeps rearing, just keeps coming up, doesn't it?
Or down like a drone, but they are very well equipped.
Was that you?
The drone? No, I just brought it down.
Oh, no. I meant the destruction of the drone.
Oh, yes.
Well done.
Are you aware of what we can do, Miss Chalmers?
I have some idea of each of your abilities, yes.
Impressive. Okay.
Well, I guess Simon wasn't the first exocop after all. He's going to be very disappointed about that.
We didn't think he was the first. We thought he was the face. The stupid,
He's the first one.
beautiful
He's the
face.
first one to be acknowledged.
Right.
The department doesn't know about me.
Of course not. Because you're smarter than Simon, I think. I mean, can you blame me?
I'm sorry. I was laughing at a traffic sign. Why am I the one driving?
I volunteered.
Because he's concussed and I don't know how to drive.
You see what I'm working with, Chalmers. It's a wonder we get anything done at all.
That really is very true.
Well, you've been, as far as I can tell, giving a great deal of trouble to Division X.
I try.
They have been working very hard to flesh you out, and
They finally did it. And they got Simon.
unfortunately, it does appear that way.
It's so stupid of us.
What?
And-
To have turned around momentarily? It's his job to not get kidnapped so quickly.
It is
I thought
important.
you were going to give me a good liaison.
It is important that we not blame ourselves. Blame our
I
opponents.
don't blame myself. I blame him.
Simon?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think it's Simon that you should blame.
Oh, yes? Do you have another culprit?
Yes,
I think
my father.
I think Faiza has enough blame for all of them, honestly.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do.
He scrolls on his computer looking for information
So good.
in a pause that's not actually happening in the scene.
Pause, it's not actually happening in the scene.
Yeah. Just a little bit of one for dramatic tension.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
The camera pushes in. We're going from like a close-up to an extreme close-up of her eyes. I'm getting good at camera shots, y'all.
You are, yeah. Your recaps are amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Director Guthrie.
Really?
I'm sorry. Peter Guthrie.
Yes, the very same.
Oh, I know where his house is. Let's go there.
Before we make a pit stop at Simon's childhood
Oh, we
home,
can make it to Pitt, yes.
Yeah. Do you know where Division X is?
No.
I didn't think so.
They have been very secretive about their locations, and
Rude.
no one actually knows where the real headquarters is located. And the public one is meaningless.
Fair enough. Well,
So what's Peter Guthrie's connection with all of it?
He's the director of Division X.
Right. So, by the way,
Faiza
Mike
laughs out loud.
somewhere Mike is saying, I called that, because he messaged me like 2 games ago saying, I'm texting this to you right now so that I can say I called it when this happens, and he's not here, so I'm just passing that message on.
Well, it's not like I
No, it
didn't
wasn't-
foreshadow it.
yeah, you
100%.
gave beautiful, sweet, sweet tips.
No.
And Faiza turns and goes, your daddies are trash, and keeps driving.
I think we need to go see Mr. Guthrie at his house.
Sounds like a lovely idea. Super Nintendo Chalmers. Would you like to go with us, or do you have important police matters to attend to?
I think it's far better for her to recluse herself from this situation.
I mean, if she wants to go fuck up a old police chief, I'm not going to stop her.
Oh, you have no idea how much I'd love to do that.
Right.
However, that would compromise my mission.
Of course.
Which would be?
To do everything I can do to keep the police off of our kind.
Fair enough. Well then, let's plan for assistant. Put a meeting in my calendar for next Monday. We're going to meet to discuss Simon's
I don't
replacement.
actually know how to do that. You know.
Oh
that.
my God! Shut up. To discuss Simon's replacement, and I'll tell you all about how we dealt with this situation.
That would be lovely.
It will. Okay, are you just gonna jump out the car at the next light?
Yes.
Weird. Cool. She like gets in the right lane and like stops.
She hops out.
Weird.
Oh man. Oh God. This is so bad.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh, because this man's now like ruined Colleen's life twice.
I know.
Yay! All right.
Sounds fun.
So Colleen's gonna tell you where the house is because she was there years ago.
Nice. All right. Can you operate that iPad even a little bit?
I mean, I touch it and it does stuff. Like,
Oh my God!
I can text
you
him
monster.
things.
Get Lance. Jesus, have him meet us there.
I don't. Yeah, she hands you the iPad. I don't know. How to
I'm
get
driving, and she doesn't care. She's
Doesn't he
holding
just
the
know
iPad
we call
for
I
his
us.
grab the
name?
iPad.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you, Jiminy.
What?
What use are you?
I'm good at singing things.
That's fair. Don't sing in here.
I'm not going to sing in here. I'm going to try and stay calm long enough to get information from Peter Guthrie before I kill him.
But you know what this means, right? And she's like laughing as she says this. He's not dead. He's not going to kill his own son.
I wouldn't put it past him if he's anything like my father.
Oh, your father failed to kill you too. You're
Killed
the
my
favorite
brother right
son.
then.
Ah, who cares about older sons? You were always the outstanding one.
No, I was the least favorite son.
That's what you think. And she keeps driving.
Okay. So you're going to Peter Guthrie's house in
Yeah.
London. Got it. Awesome. Love it.
Amazing.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh, Mike, sorry. There's just literally like nothing else she would ever do. Like there is no way to like not do that.
Sure.
I mean, maybe they've moved. I don't know. That would be amazing.
Oh no.
We walk up, it's like some little old lady. Oh, I bought this house 2 years ago.
It's Mrs. Tuppin's sister.
Oh, hello, dear.
Oh God.
No. Sorry. Tone.
Yeah.
No, but when you pull up at the house, there is no sign of movement in the house at all.
All right. I don't think she's thinking that clearly to notice that. I
fine.
don't think she cares.
That's fine.
So I think she's barely going to wait till the car is stopped.
Sure.
And she's going to like march up that little walkway up to that door that was like haunting her from the night they broke up all those years before when Peter Guthrie like was so awful to her and kicked her out of the house and made Simon like leave her.
Right.
And she just like pounds on that fucking door.
Okay. There is no response.
Door. I am pissed.
Okay.
So yeah, I crushed the door. The door basically just collapses into a ball and then falls into twigs.
Done. I have no problem with that.
And at that, I just go,
Yeah, Colleen like walks in. She owns the place.
Okay. You get midway into the foyer, and little red lights suddenly go all over you
All right.
from laser sights,
Okay.
and there's like 6 on each of you
excellent.
from different directions.
Cool.
So,
She's
in case you didn't hear,
super
Abria,
fucking mad.
you walked up to the door. Edison, like, folded the door in on itself. And Colleen walked inside. I kind of assumed that you guys were with her.
Yeah.
And then you got about midway into the foyer, and all of you have been painted with targeting lasers.
Oh, fun. Cool. This is cool.
All right. So Colleen, can I go first?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. So Colleen's gonna call back like that last time she was in this room where her emotions like got the best of her, and she like got everyone upset, but then like they accused her of making them love her.
Yeah.
and she's gonna fucking make everybody in this place goddamn love the shit out of her.
That's cute.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my hero die.
Sweet. You got to spend a pip to use your hero die, though. You don't
Oh, I don't have a pip. That's right. I forgot that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn
bam.
it. The one game I don't have like a million of.
Or step down a distinction to buy a. Nope.
Yeah. Will that help though? I think the odds are about.
It causes you to use a D4 instead of your
Use a
distinction
D4
die,
instead of a D8,
Yeah.
and you get a pip.
and you get a plot point for that.
Okay, so
Yeah,
so drop
yeah.
one of my 10s to an 8, and
to a
then
4, actually.
to a 4. Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's a 4.
Yeah.
All right, and then I get to use one of them though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It helps. Ooh.
Do you want to keep it?
Yes.
Okay.
So 17 with a D12.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. They have a 12.
Good girl.
So that's going to give them a complication, and is going to what that's going to do is it's going to make them pause.
Okay.
Okay, so that means that they don't get to go this round.
Yay.
Nice.
That it seem reasonable.
Yep.
As a matter of
Feels
fact,
good.
they're going to have to deal with that complication before they can go.
Nice.
So they have the, and you had a what was your effect? D10.
D12.
D12. Okay.
I used my Simon die.
Simon die.
They have conflicted emotions to the tune of a D12.
Nice.
Woohoo!
So they're going to have to deal with that before they can, or well, that's a condition, a complication on them
Yeah.
that you guys can use
Got it.
when you're dealing with them.
Nice.
I wanted to just in their feels. They're like a Drake song.
So who's going to go next?
I'm going to have Edison go next.
Okay. And you win. So.
Oh yeah, thank you.
So please describe the scene to me. We're in a foyer. I'm assuming that it opens up into a living room. Are there any other entrances?
You're in a
It's like a townhouse. So
in a
it's
wide
little
hallway,
smaller.
in a wide hall. There's exits on either side. One goes into a sitting room. One goes into probably a study, sort of thing. There are stairs going up, and the hallway continues towards the back of the house, where probably things like kitchen and dining room and things like that would be found.
And the laser sights are coming from the rooms adjacent
Up the
to
stairs
us?
and on the rooms on either side.
Okay. I am going. Are there any bookcases or anything around in this room, or is it? How's it furnished? What can I work with? I'm on.
Okay, you're
Okay.
What are you trying to get to? With
I'm
this?
trying to block exits. Are there things that I can move to block doorways?
Okay. Sure. So you're trying to create a complication for them
Yeah.
on the scene.
To basically cut off line of sight from at least some of the
Sure.
assailants.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Let's give you some difficulty. Your stakes are a 15.
Oof. Sweet. I get some pips. I rolled 2 8s.
I'm aware.
That's crazy.
But,
I never roll that many ones. But nope. I got a 13 with a D8 effect.
Okay. Okay, so it did not work, and you're going to get a complication.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I hate it when I blank on a complication. Something that fits the narrative. Yes. Yeah, it was an 8. So you have a D8 confused.
Okay.
And you don't know why.
Okay. And that was matched. The goons don't get to go this turn. So, Fiza.
Thank you.
There is a big goon.
Oh, well, not
Do you wanna
aware
go
of
big
him,
goon?
so.
Yeah, you don't know who's there, so.
Cool. I think if you guys will all kindly remember episode, I believe it was 4, when she had a cane full of ball bearings.
Yes.
And she never got rid of.
Yep.
I would like to activate that.
Okay.
And she's gonna like smash it against the wall and send all the ball bearings out. And she's just sending them all across the room. And they're curving around you guys, but she doesn't deal with mooks.
Colleen does not care.
Swoot. I think I rolled like shit though. Oh no. Okay, so
At
that's
least
a
you
10.
have some points.
That's a 6. Yeah, that's the best I can do. I have a 16 with a D10 effect.
Okay. I have a 20.
Here you go. That is now a 22 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool. Do you have any complications?
I don't.
Okay.
For once in my fucking life.
All right. Cool. All right. Awesome. So that's gonna. So you have a D10 effect. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to reduce their effectiveness
Cool.
because you took out some of them with that, and we're going to step down their die from a D10 to a D8.
Cool. Works for me.
Okay.
I just want her, I just want the, camera shot of her calmly walking through the chaos as,
as these
shit just
ball
flies
bearings just-
everywhere. No, I'm so sorry. I'm here to talk to Mr. Guthrie. I don't have time for you. Please wait here. We'll discuss something in a second.
Yes.
Okay. And that leaves us with our big bad guy.
Cool.
All right.
Who I don't know about. So what?
Yeah. Shocking.
There is I think at about this point you notice a kind of a strange scent on the air, kind of an incense smoky sort of smell, and there is a strange chanting going on.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll do that. And I think he's going to drop a thing on all of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Like not an actual thing. You mean like a spell?
Like
or
a-
something,
like-
right?
Just an anvil.
drops an anvil that says Acme on the side.
I'm like, am I dodging or am I stealing my emotions?
No, you have to resist a compulsion.
Okay.
Nice.
No,
And this
Please
is
roll bad.
and this is all of you.
okay.
Oh, he did not roll badly. He's a monster.
Okay. Resist a compulsion. All
Uh-huh.
right.
Cool.
And your stakes are a 17.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Do. I'll roll for Simon because I guess we give a shit about him.
All right.
I probably should
Constitution.
all right. I was gonna say that was a shitty roll. I didn't really roll very well, but I don't know. How do you feel about that?
All right, fine.
Okay.
I'll let you go. He's kind of working in your wheelhouse right now, anyway.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. So I have a 20 with the D10 effect.
Okay.
Yeah, she's really fucking worked up, and this house is very triggering for her anyway. So her emotions that are generally
He has a
kind of
17.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Your stakes are 17.
Buy one more. Buy one more. Please pass this.
All right. There you go. I got a 20 with a D8 effect.
Okay.
Goodbye, guy. I bet that was great.
Sorry,
too, but
24.
Oh, it was a 6. It was not a 6 the second time.
There's a
That's
10 though.
0. And trash. All right, 13,
There's a 16.
16 with a D10 effect.
Okay. Well, he has a 17, so
Oh,
you're going
shit.
to take a complication.
No, we're not. Cool. 18 with a D6 effect. Or I guess I could switch it.
Yeah.
18 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
She was thinking about Lance, by the way.
Okay.
No, Lance want me to be a badass.
Because this compulsion to sleep just comes all over you, and I think because I think you had no problem because you just righteous fury.
Oh, I'm so angry.
Righteous fury.
I hate this place.
But I think the two of you were kind of like started to slump, and you're like no, and then you shook it off.
Nice.
There's now you see up on the landing on the stairs overhead, you see this really kind of bizarre looking guy, has very dark skin, and he's wearing kind of a leopard skin loincloth sort of thing
Tight.
with like necklaces of bones and teeth and claws and like this weird bizarre feathered headdress, and he's got this stick in one hand that's got feathers hanging from it, and it kind of rattles when he shakes it, and like I said, you've got this kind of cloyingly sweet incense smell in the air.
Nice.
So that's what.
Colleen's gonna grab, like, there's gonna be like a picture, like a family photo or something on the wall. She's gonna rip it off the wall, smash it against the other wall, and be, "Where the fuck is Peter Guthrie?"
Cool.
And just like walk towards this dude, like not even blinking.
And Colleen leans to you like, dibs on killing Big Bad Voodoo Daddy because it's a hate crime if any of you do it.
Well, you're gonna have to get there first because I definitely hate him.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like marching towards him. Did we all reset?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who went last? He did.
He did.
Okay.
And I think that the bad guys are going to go now.
Okay.
Totally.
And we step down their difficulty die from a 10 to an 8.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're going to try to shake off your...
Cool.
So they have to beat a 12.
Yeah.
And they do.
They do. Yeah. Damn.
And they have
It's hard
a
to be in love with
D10
me when I'm
effect.
that fucking pissed.
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to step this down.
Okay.
I think you look cute like this.
And they're not conflicted, but they are D4 afraid.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because
That's
of your,
the same thing as love.
Yeah.
because of your righteous fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance would disagree.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like it's the same.
That's something he likes.
He's Lance
likes
isn't
it.
afraid of you.
Lance is afraid of me. Everyone is. It is known. Right?
It has absolutely no.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's
Right this minute,
That
Lance would have a
response is
hard
not the
time
fact
keeping a
that-
straight face.
Stop interrupting my righteous fury.
I'm sorry. Be angry. You're good.
Okay.
Smashing family heirlooms and
Get 'em.
marching through the house.
Right.
I'll drink to that.
No, we're good. We're good. So cool. So they went. So you are, righteous furying and whatnot. So go.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to try and explode this guy's brain. Oh no, because I think he might know where Peter is. So,
That motherfucker must pay.
oh, so much hatred. Yeah, I don't want to blow his brains out, but I kind of do, but no. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna strike fear into his heart, the best I possibly can. Just all the anger is channeling to make you fucking afraid and do what I say.
Oh, good. That didn't land on the thing. You have to roll this one again, too. I
Okay.
covered it.
Yeah, it's both.
7 now.
Oh, that's good. That one stayed the exact same.
I was like, no, I'm bad.
yeah.
Is it a 1 I see?
Yeah,
it
there's
is.
2 ones.
They're both D10s.
Yeah, both D10s.
So I'll buy a D10 from you.
But I have a 19 at the D10 effect.
There you go.
Okay.
Leave it just in case you have to buy that 5.
Yeah, there's a 5, sorry.
I don't know. He rolls like 48.
I know.
It's like 2 dice.
5.
2d6. I roll
up
a
so I don't
19.
forget. 19, and then I have an option of a 5.
And you can add a 5 to it? Okay. Well, you can't actually use that plot point
Oh, then never
on
mind. I
this
can't
turn.
add a 5 to it then.
Oh, no.
Never mind. He beat me.
Actually, I think you're going to kind of like have this sensation of you don't know fear yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sex kind of.
Pfize's other reaction to everything. Be afraid of me, also kind of sexy.
Yeah. But why not both?
No, you can't.
Porque no lo
I'm not,
sos.
yeah. I'm not kink shaming, whatever you like. All right.
Okay. So he's going to go next.
Pfize.
Sweet.
Thank you. That was
Cool,
good.
cool, cool. So we have Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, a bunch of dudes that are ducking.
Right. But they're actually rallying right now.
Oh. Are they super spread out?
Yes. There's like some
many
in,
are there?
in room, some in rooms there, some in room there, some in room there.
How many are there?
18.
There's 18 dudes?
Yeah.
What the shit?
Well, some probably a few less than that now because we reduced their effect die down to
That's
a D8.
fair.
So call it 15 at this point.
I'll handle the riffraff. And she's gonna, like, whoever is in front of her. I think, like, they're all trying to move deeper into the house, right?
I think so, yeah.
She's only concerned about the ones blocking her passage.
Okay.
And she's gonna rally all of the ball bearings and send them at the ones in front. Like, oh no, don't stand in front of me. We learned a thing today.
Sure.
Cool. So let's do that. I'm gonna use my Colleen die because we're making her look like a badass today.
Yes.
That feels good.
Okay.
Too many variables. Let's get rid of some.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Unpolar. There we go. Please be good. I only have 1 pip left. Damn it!
Oh, they gave you another pip.
Yeah, if you want one, it's a 4. That's an 8. So I have a 15 with a D10 effect.
A 15 with a D10 effect? Okay.
Oh, no, don't buy it. You don't want a D6. You don't.
Yes, I do. I have a 20.
Well, then I'm going to spend.
With a
I had a
D12
different one to
effect.
spend. And I'm
Okay.
going to spend to get at a 7, and that puts me at a. What? There we go. That's a 22 with a D10 effect.
Okay. So we'll step down their effect die again.
Cool. Just the boys in front. I'm also running out of opportunities to do this, so she's going to be a badass until she's out of pips and be like, uh-oh, I'm bad again.
Okay. So who's going to go?
Uh,
Edison or Big Bad Guy?
you know what? Show me what big bad guys got.
Yep.
Okay.
Bring us home, Eddie.
I'll be the closer.
Yep.
Okay.
Batting cleanup.
All right. Yeah. So since you brought up the subject of fear,
Uh-oh.
he's going to drop some voodoo fear on you.
Okay.
Not so much. Not so much. 13.
All right.
The D12 effect, and that's on all of you. So you all have to resist.
That's all right.
Are we allowed to use our powers to resist or no?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can.
If you have
Like I said, you
powers
can
that
use your
require-
powers defensively. You just have to narrate how you're doing it.
Right. Well, my powers are emotions.
Right.
So,
So you are
Yours
summoning up
makes
the
sense.
righteous fury.
yes.
And the
Fuck you, fuck.
and the love of Simon.
Yes.
Aww.
So it's a 17 with a D10.
Okay. And I see a 1.
Yes.
Oh,
and a
no.
D10.
No. It's a 7.
No, it's not. But give me the goddamn.
I'm a liar.
Eep.
Eep. No, there it is.
So what's our threshold on this bad boy?
13 are your stakes.
Yeah, it's a D8. But I fail.
Can I have a pip for buying?
I got an 11.
I'm going to take my distinction and I'm going to take it at a D4.
Okay.
Instead of too many variables, because there's a lot happening right now, she's going to get overwhelmed by that.
Okay.
There's a lot happening. I don't know what any of that. That's a 4. That's an 8.
And you got your 13.
I'll make it.
But it's only a D4.
No, it's a 12. April 4 is 12. I do not make
You
it.
do not make it.
Okay.
I wanted to not make it for once. I feel like Fiza is actually like super vulnerable to fear if you can like inflict it on her.
Yeah.
That's why she's very, very like
Yeah.
bravado,
That
because
makes
it
sense.
is crippling for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've already
So
established that he's kind of vulnerable to psychic stuff.
right, I'm okay with that. Each of you, I'm just going to set this in the middle, but each of you has the complication fear of the grave.
Okay.
Okay.
That complication can work two ways. In a fight or flight sort of way.
Yeah.
You have to spend a plot point to use that one.
Understood.
Okay, so that's him. And what's Edison going to do?
He's going to pick the right flank
Okay.
and increase the gravity in that series of rooms by a factor of 10.
Okay. So they have that. And we use those.
Ooh, nice.
These rolls, though. This
So
boy, a boy in his rolls.
that is a 17 with a D12 effect.
Okay. So they have a 17 as well with a D10 effect.
Aha.
So you win. And we will put a
Law of gravity.
yes. You can either give them another complication or you can step down their effect die to a D4. Your pick.
I'll step down their effect die to D4.
Okay.
I think mechanically that's
Yeah.
probably a better choice.
That makes sense to me. I can do that. Okay, that's the round.
And bloop.
So Edison, who's going
I'm
to
going
go?
to have Colleen go next.
Okay.
Yeah, Colleen, go.
All right.
I want her to experience her righteous fury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
a
So
fan.
I'm pissed, and I'm probably not thinking super clearly. So at this point, it's like, fuck this dude. I don't care. Like, I don't want to. Like, I'm just gonna hurt you. Like, I just want to hurt everybody. I'm angry, and I've been trying to stay cool for a couple days about all this, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Just blast the fuck out of him with like every emotion thing I have.
Okay.
Nice.
So.
Oh, shit.
Damn!
Hey.
That's a 20 on 2 dice.
Yep.
Okay.
So 20 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
You go. Damn.
And what are you trying to get to with this? What are you trying to accomplish?
Hurt him.
Just you want to? Okay.
Like, I'm past the logic point. Like,
Okay.
I'm panicked about Simon. I'm in this place I hate. The guy I've always hated ends up being the big bad guy who ruined my life again. He might be hurting Simon. This guy is in the way. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is because this seems to work really well for us, we're going to step down his effect die, and because you got a 12, we're going to step it down 2 times.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Can we spend that D1 that you rolled to step down his fear of the grave die?
Yes. Yes, you absolutely can.
I'll change that to
Oh,
a
wait,
10
you can
then.
do, you can,
Yeah.
you decide to do that, I think.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see you rolled. I wasn't paying attention. I
Yeah.
should remember to do that.
That's fine.
This pencil blows and I need
Cool.
it.
Awesome. So who goes next?
I'm going to have Edison go next this time. I'm just going to
Go,
keep going.
Eddie.
between
Yeah,
you
for
guys.
sure.
Eeny, meeny.
Let's see, what shall I do? Is it daylight?
Yes.
out. I'm going to create about a 200-meter long gravity lens over the house that'll focus the sunlight on the other side of the room.
God, we're gonna burn down the house.
Okay.
Like basically a giant laser. I'm just going to have it swipe through the room.
I made a giant laser.
Laser.
Actually, it's just focused photonic energy. But,
Cool. Dig it.
let's make sure I got my dipole right. Because I'm fastidious about certain things.
Are you?
Okay, so
D10.
we'll do that.
Yeah. All right.
Not a bad roll at all.
Is an 18 with a D8 effect.
Cool. So you are able to do that. So that will put a complication. You have a D8 effect?
Yes.
Okay. You have a D8 complication on them that you guys can use called Sunburn. And you can step down that Fear of the Grave another point if you want, because I got another one.
Just cross that out.
Okay. Who goes next?
Let's have Big Bad go next.
Okay.
I'm just going to go grab it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pencil right there.
Yeah.
He's got a thing he could do, but you guys won't take out the bad guys.
Survey.
So he's going to... yeah, he's going to drop some more fear on you guys.
Okay.
Because...
Tight.
So he's got a 17 with a D8 effect.
Oh boy.
Damn. Fail. And you can buy a D10 off me if you want.
Okay. I'll do that.
Fail.
But what did he have?
And you can buy a D8
had a 17.
after, a D10 off of me if you would like.
I'm gonna spend a pip, and I have a 19 with a D10 effect.
Okay. So you're not afraid.
Yep.
But what we're going to do is we're going to step that Fear of the Grave back up to a D12.
All right.
Okay?
I'm going to make you keep trying.
Okay. So I think now we're going to have the bad guys go.
Nice.
And they're going to open fire on you guys.
Like they do.
As they do. And not very well. They have an 11
Okay.
with a D10 effect. So that's all of you.
Okay.
Sweet. I'm assuming non-metallic rounds.
Absolutely non-metallic rounds.
Of course.
These are
It's like they've learned.
yeah. I mean, they may be just, plain ordinary humans, but they're not stupid.
Aw, fair enough.
They know they know their enemy.
Technical fabric.
Oh, I got my suit too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell
that's
yeah,
a, that
you
is a-
success,
that's a
girl.
D6?
That's
Okay.
a D6 asset you can
That's not
use.
bad.
Get the fuck out of here.
And what was our stakes?
They have an 11.
11?
I'm sorry, they have a 12.
12. I'm sucking balls right now.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. You want to buy another D10 off of me? So,
14 with a D12.
there's no way I can make it.
What do they have?
They have a 12.
Okay.
I all made it with a 13 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
Oh, that was a 9. It's higher than that. Alright.
Okay. So
It's a 15.
you made it?
Yeah.
You made it?
I made it.
I did not.
You did not. Okay.
And you can buy a D10 off of me if you want.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step up your complication.
Okay.
Oh,
Um, you have a hail of bullets.
No,
To 12.
no! No, thank you.
Okay, so that's them. So Fiza.
Sweet. I think she is not handling fear very well, because that's not a good feeling. And she's not used to feeling it. And I think she drops to her knees and she screams because she is overwhelmed. Like, based on all her distinctions, she's overwhelmed by a lot of stuff. And there's bullets and fear, and we're hunting down another friend that, like, is possibly dead. And in the back of her mind, she's like, oh man, and Lance is in here because he's helpful. I refuse to call that anything cuter than that. So she's going to drop to her knees and scream, stop. And she's going to try to freeze all the metal that she can feel, including, based on her, like, heightened emotional state, any, like, iron in the blood of the people, like, around her in a radius that she can feel. So I'm hoping for, like, some sort of, like, nope bomb around. So let's
Okay.
see if I roll good. Cool.
Okay.
Well, let's see. And that's it. I rolled like trash there. Alright. We are looking at a 14 with a D10 effect.
Okay. Well, they have a 12
Okay.
with a D10 effect.
I want it to be extra good.
So here's what you can step down their effect die, which their effect die is a 4, which takes them out
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Nice.
of this equation.
Sweet.
So you have frozen the blood in their bloodstreams.
Oops, it's like a teeny tiny heart attack. Sorry. Cool.
Did you get any ones?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
For once, this round.
Once. Oh my god.
Because
Welcome to my world.
I was going to do
Damn
it.
it,
I had a
Christmas.
complication in mind, just waiting for you.
Oh, I'm
Just
so ready.
waiting for you.
Do you want one? I can just give you
Nah,
one.
it's fine. It's all good.
I love complications.
It's fine. It wasn't going to be a complication on you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You were going to impose a complication on them.
Oh, but I want to now.
No, bad Abria. No.
Why? It's so good.
Okay, that's the round.
It's dramatic.
Who goes next?
Let's go. I want to know what the big bad's doing.
Yeah.
I think everybody's gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a
So
new
he
round.
just
So I
did
didn't-
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last one.
So, he is going to chant some bizarre, mystical,
Like you do.
chant. Has kind of a musical quality to it.
Nice.
Kind of like
Colleen
a
sort
rhythmic-
of appreciates that, like on some level.
and like
Oh, that's very
strangely from all around you hear drums.
good. Ooh. This is fun. It's like I'm playing Diablo all over again. Damn it. He
And
rolls so good.
all of those guys whose blood you just froze, they all get back up.
Yes, I was hoping.
Oh, yeah, I knew this. I knew exactly what you were
Love
doing. It's the voodoo shame.
So
There's got to be
good.
zombies.
That's right. There got to be zombies. So they get up, but they're not shooting now. They're just coming at you, trying to get at you and like claw and rake and hammer and
That's
batter
very
at you.
good.
Because they're zombies,
Yeah.
I was hoping.
which is like stupid creepy.
That
by the
is.
way. Because you know they were dead.
Yeah. I did it. Oh, beans.
And they are D6 zombies. So
D6 zombies.
My favorite kind of zombie. I hate those D8 and D4 zombies. No.
No.
Only
D4
D6
zombies are just
for
too
me.
thick.
Yes.
Not even worth the effort.
No.
Okay. So
Rare
he's gone.
D16 count zombie.
And I think that he's going to direct his zombies to attack you guys
Nope.
right off the bat.
I don't want to be
That makes
attacked.
sense.
So that's going to be a thing.
Can we just play Thriller? Like, everyone watching this and listening, please imagine Thriller right now, because it's the most Halloween episode ever.
Chicka 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 chin chin. Chicka 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 chin chin.
Exactly. That's very good.
So they have a 16.
First album
shit.
I owned on vinyl. That was the first album I ever owned on vinyl.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in the 80s.
That makes me feel very old.
Sorry.
I don't want to make it worse, so I'll just say
Yeah.
I also owned that, and it's fine.
Oh, no, I didn't say I didn't own it. It just wasn't the
Yeah.
first thing I ever bought.
That's fair. It's okay.
The only reason it was my first is because I didn't have a turntable before then. I had a bunch of 8 tracks though.
Fair.
Not kidding.
I have
So-
never interacted with a date track.
So the zombies have a 16 with a D10 effect
Cool.
to get at all of you. So what are you going to do about that?
I failed my roll, so I have a 13 with D12 effect.
Okay.
And I'm not spending a pip to step that up.
Oh god, I have a 1 on a D6 if you want it. Was it a 16?
Yes.
I refuse to be scared of zombies. So I'm buying my way to, what is that, a 20? That's a 20.
My dice have given crap so
15 plus
far
5.
tonight.
Oops, sorry.
Except for that one roll. If you want to buy a D10, there's a 1.
Do you want to buy a D10?
Oh, failure. Can't even make that
By
up.
the way, what Faiza did was grab the blood. I don't care if it's not moving anymore. It's still irony, and she pulls them downward.
Oh, nice.
So they can't.
Okay. So
What's the thing called?
you have zombie claws.
Oh,
D10
no.
for a D10.
Yuck.
So Edison, you have 3
I do.
complications on you.
Buddy.
You would now need to take a 4th complication, which you cannot do. So you would be taken out of this
Buddy.
fight.
Okay.
You can spend a plot point to not be.
Okay. I will spend that plot point.
Okay.
Stay with us. We need to shake off some of this shit.
I'm rolling for crap right now. It's
That's
not working
fair.
out.
Well,
Okay.
That's all right. He's a little shaken right now. Poor Eddie. He's been through a lot.
Aw.
That's fair. So that's bad, guys. I think we will have a zombie clawed Colleen go next.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Colleen, what are you doing?
I have to go for this, by the way. Yeah, I don't like zombies. That's a little out of my comfort
doesn't?
zone. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, electric power, sure. Like, metal, that's all like science-y. This is weird and not science-y.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about science, but still. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, blasting big bad dude. Whoa. Blasting big bad dude because he's causing zombies.
He is causing zombies.
He's the source of zombie.
Yep. 18
Nice.
with a D12 effect.
Damn, Gina. Oh, we have
The
a
magic
name Gina.
rules.
That's even better now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it more often.
She has a shirt that says "Damn." Jesus.
Does she?
Ah, nice.
Gina, if you watch this and you don't wear it the next time I see you, we are enemies. And then we fight with dice.
That's I believe next Friday. By
Yeah.
the way, no, it's
No,
Sunday.
Sunday!
It's Sunday. Okay, cool. What you got?
Fucking A.
Motherfucker.
18. No, fuck that. No. Spending a pip with
24?
adding a 6, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, so 24 with a D12 effect.
Okay. So with the D12 effect, you're going to step down his effect die by 2. So that's going to bring him down to a D4 effect. Because he has a 20 with the D10 effect.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, right.
That's a good roll.
I was like so excited about my 2 9s, and then he
Yeah,
got 2
right?
zeros. I was like, God, son of a bitch.
He only rolled a 0 then.
Yeah.
I believe that's how that works.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Who goes next?
Addison's out, right?
No, I
Oh,
can't
he's
spend
back
my
in-
pip.
Okay, then
He's here.
you go. Wait,
Okay.
I picked you last time. Never mind. Faiza, I have to
There
be
you go.
even and
You don't
fair.
have to. You can pick.
No, go for it.
It's
No,
fine.
no, it's fine. It has to be even.
Okay, cool.
Symmetrical choosy.
Sweet. I'm real.
Feed her neurosis. Just let her go.
I want to go with the fact that, like, to stop the zombies, she pulled them down after they clawed at you guys. And she's going to go, no zombies! And then push them all away from her. And I want them, like, slam against the walls in every direction.
Okay.
I am done with these non-main bad guys. I'm so sorry. Main event, please. I'm going to help Colleen. Lots of variables. You know what? No, it's okay. You can spend Fear of the Grave if you want. Okay. This is the best I can do.
I believe in you.
No, I see a 1. That's a 6. Oh god, that was a 4. I don't know what's on now. It was a 4. Yeah, I rolled trash.
Okay.
Cool. It's a 13 with a D10 effect.
They have a 14 with a
I
D10
did
effect.
my best.
So close.
Blip.
Okay.
Last pip. It is now
We're at the end anyway.
+5.
Okay.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
I can't do that math help. 18 with a
Okay.
D10 effect.
That'll take them out.
Jesus.
All right. So that leaves Edison.
Do the thing.
Is there a firearm sitting on the floor?
Sure.
I shoot that guy.
What a weirdly basic thing to do.
I literally basically just step on it, flip in the air, grab it, and just shoot the guy. My dad was in the military. I know how to shoot.
I dig it. I dig it.
All right.
I love that. What a lateral solution to a problem.
All proprieties must be observed. That.
Yeah. He cocks it real proper.
Yeah.
Pinky out.
Yeah.
That's a 13 with a D8 effect. And you can
Okay.
buy a D8 if you want.
And that will take him out.
Cool.
So what does that look like when you shoot him?
Literally, what happens is that it's sitting like a kimbo, and I hit the hilt, and it pops up. I grab it. I just go like that. I just take a bead on him, and I shoot him right in the shoulder.
Nice.
Okay. Then that takes him out.
Sweet.
Nice.
Okay.
I think for the record, Faiza is still like on her knees on the ground crying.
Okay.
This was not a cool use of powers.
All right. So I will tell you that there's not anybody else in the vicinity,
Okay.
and because we're over our time,
No, we still have like 20 minutes.
That's nice.
I disagree.
Most
It's
nights I would agree
Halloween.
with you, but I have so much costuming to do before.
Damn
I
it.
literally have to be done by Friday.
BlizzCon, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Oh my god, I have so much to do. But we can like wrap this up well. We don't have to like.
right. Yeah. No. I'm just saying that there's no reason to like do a room-to-room search,
Right.
kind of thing.
Got it.
Because your room-to-room search will eventually lead you to the stairs going down into the cellar, where when you open the cellar door, there's a dark cellar with like a single beam of light falling from a side window on Simon, who is seated in who is tied to a chair and is slumped unconscious, and we're done.
Oh,
And that's going to be our night.
no. Buddy.
Oh, Simon.
Aw.
We found you, bud.
And so that's our game for tonight.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had fun.
We had fun.
I had a
Absolutely.
great time.
Hope you guys had fun
yes.
watching.
Yay.
And we will be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. Check out our schedule, happyjacks.org/schedule. Went blank for a second there. I'm very sleep deprived.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so this will be back in 2 weeks, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
It's
see
so
you soon.
spooky. There were zombies.
Zombies and shit.
I said in the tweet it was going to be a spooktacular